And welcome to Independence High School in Coal City, West Virginia. Tonight, Video Productions presents this epic battle in Class AA between the number 1 ranked Independence Patriots 4-0 and the Bluefield Beavers ranked number 3 at 3-1. Hello again, everybody. I'm Maris Lowry with Eric Thomas. We have the heavy hitter, Mr. Nick Eskins, back from being on vacation. He's back with the crew now, and he'll be producing and directing. Jackie Moon on camera and Chris Farish on stats. We welcome you into the Greenbrier Automotive pregame show. And Eric, what can you say? But man, this is why you want to play football. This is why you want to coach. This is why you want to broadcast for games like tonight.
Yeah, tonight is going to be an exciting night. And you know, both of these teams, I think this could be round 1 preview of what could go on later on in the playoffs. I know both teams are excited to match up tonight, but both of them have their eyes on the playoffs.
Yeah, we're here at the midway point, but there's still a lot at stake for the team that comes out of here with the win.
Yeah, you're talking about some bonus points, and the team that wins tonight knows the other team's going to go on and get some more victories down the line. So for the Independence Patriots, they can win tonight. They could probably solidify that number 1 spot in the playoffs.
Of course, they've got some quality teams remaining on their schedule. We'll have something to say about it next week on the road against an Ohio team, and then Princeton on down the road. And, of course, Bluefield, that's the only loss that the Beavers have, and they got beat up pretty bad.
Yeah.
But Princeton's really good. Princeton beat Bluefield 51-6.
But the thing is, with Coach Freddie Simon, they've never dodged anyone. And now with the new playoff system, I don't know if you get a bonus point for losing to someone in a higher class. So this is going to make for, interesting scheduling from here on out. Because if you're an Independence and you're a Bluefield, you don't need to go out of state. You can just call some of these 4A schools, that are near you, schedule them, because it doesn't hurt you. Even if you get a win, that's an extra feather in your cap. But that loss doesn't really hurt Bluefield in the grand scheme of things.
And speaking of what you just said, Bluefield comes here into this game as Independence does on a high, but Bluefield beating a 4A team and beating Beckley a week ago.
Yeah, came away with the scoring a touchdown inside 40 seconds to pull away with the win on homecoming night. And as you told me, they only have 3 home games.
Right.
So you got to win the games when you have them at home. They defended their home turf, but they have a tough road contest coming off of that victory.
Yeah, they got that big victory, and Eric, they went 90 yards in 12 plays to score, as you mentioned, in the last 40 seconds to beat Beckley 34-28. So they come off a thrilling victory at home. On the flip side, as you and I know, we made that long trip to Scott. I still think half of my body is still in Boone County from being down there a week ago. But Independence laid the smackdown on a very good Scott team, 53-0.
Yeah, you know what they did? They handled business, because that could be a look-ahead game. They had the Bluefield Beavers looming the next week, but Independence went down and handled business. Scott was never really in the game. Independence got off the bus scoring. They scored right before they got on the bus, and they handled business. And, it's good for your team, if you're Coach Don Lilly, to see how they played leading into this contest.
Both teams down on the field below us warming up. It's going to be a beautiful night for football on the final Friday night of September. It's hard to believe, Eric. We're at the halfway point of the high school season, and we're going to take our first break. We'll return here at Independence on the other side of this break as you're watching live streaming coverage of the battle between number 3 Bluefield and number 1 Independence here on Video Productions.
He's a Greenbrier buyer. She's a Greenbrier buyer. They're Greenbrier buyers. And we want to make you a Greenbrier buyer too. At Greenbrier Automotive, we'll do whatever we can to make your car buying experience the best it can be. From providing outstanding service to offering a huge selection to choose from, all with the best deals possible. Visit one of our 7 area dealerships soon, or shop over 800 vehicles on greenbrierautomotive.com.
Before you hit the Hatfield-McCoy trails, fuel up the way West Virginians do at Little General Stores. We're proud to be part of your ride. Rooted in West Virginia and built for the back roads. Little General Stores. Fuel your adventure the West Virginia way.
Hey, my name's Paige, and what makes the Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich original to me is the crispiness of the breading and the tenderness of the filet. It's tasty, it's warm, it's total satisfaction.
Hi, Hi, this is Tanya, and what makes the Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich original to me is that warm bun, the perfectly seasoned chicken, and that pickle. Woo! I love it. There's a taste of my childhood in every bite.
You have a goal. You know what you want. Start with us, New River Community and Technical College, your community college. Take classes online or in a classroom in Beaver, Lewisburg, Summersville, or Princeton, or step outside the classroom in one of our technical or health programs. Find flexible and affordable options to help you reach your goal. It's closer than you think when you start with us, New River Community and Technical College. Apply today.
I never thought this would happen.
When disaster takes control of your life,
we got you.
Get it back with a single call to the team that shows up fast to make things right. Serve Pro, like it never even happened.
For 50 years, Little General Stores has proudly served West Virginia, fueling families, friends, and communities across the Mountain State. To celebrate our golden anniversary, we're giving away $50,000 to thank you, our loyal customers. Little General Stores, 50 years strong and just getting started.
And we welcome you back to Independence High School. Got to give a shout out to Giovanni's Pizza. That's where we had our pregame meal at Leicester Square in Sophia. Giovanni's Pizza, mamma mia. If you're not Italian going in, you'll be Italian coming out. Delicious food at Giovanni's Pizza. Also, the game tonight is brought to you in part by State Farm Insurance. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. And Scotty Brown is your local State Farm agent in Shady Spring, West Virginia. You can dial Scotty up at 681-238-6130. Also, the game tonight brought to you by Exit Elevation Realty. Luke Richmond and Steve Morgan are your brokers and assistant brokers. If you're looking to buy or sell your home, you want to reach out to them, and you can check them out on their website at exitelevationwv.com. Also, the game tonight brought to you by Heather Cantley, your Edward Jones financial advisor. She's my financial advisor. She can be yours as well. She can help you plan for retirement. New location, Harper Road in Beckley. You can dial her up at 681-254-0097. Also, the game brought to you by Hart's Cabinets, located in MacArthur, West Virginia. They have quality custom cabinets. They're a proud sponsor of local sports. You can dial them up at 304-252-2917. Well, Eric, I think we're going to have plenty of big, explosive plays on both sides of the ball. First of all, we'll start out with Bluefield. They're well coached. The veteran head coach, Freddie Simon, has been around forever. In Bluefield, it starts with their quarterback, sophomore Max Simpson. He's already thrown for 10 touchdowns. He's completed 71 of 110 passes. That's better than 65%. And he's thrown for 845 yards, 10 touchdowns, and 4 picks. And to let you know, Eric, if you didn't already know, all 4 picks came in the loss to Princeton.
Yeah, and you're talking about a good defensive backfield there. And, you know, probably you were behind in that game, had to put it up a lot and take some chances. But he's everything is advertised. You know, you're going to get to the other quarterbacks' numbers. And I think these are 2 premier up-and-coming. You know, they're already on the map. People know about them. But these guys can sling it all over the yard. And
they've got good receivers to sling it to. And we're going to get into Bluefield. They really spread it around. You got Willis Wilson. He's caught 300. He's gone for 350 yards and a couple of scores. You also have a wide receiver, Jamel Jones, 175 yards and 2 scores. Pax Calhoun has got 330 yards receiving and 4 touchdowns. And then they got a nice running back, Jemiah Jones. In fact, he's the one that scored the game-winning touchdown against Beckley a week ago.
Yeah, and you know, and that's the thing with these offenses. Both offenses kind of mirror one another. You gotta have a light box if you're going to play these wide receivers, and then they can spread you out and run between the tackles. And I think that is going to be a key to the game for both of these squads, who can slow down the other team's running game.
Yeah, maybe who can win the battle in the trenches. And, you know, we look on the other side, you're talking about Independence. Brock Green has had an outstanding season a year ago. He's picked up where he left off. He's 48 of 79 for 1,013 yards, 12 touchdowns. He threw 12 touchdowns, Eric, all of last year. He's got as many already through the first 4 games as he did last year, and he's got 3 interceptions.
Yeah, you know, last year they leaned on, you know, Nelson a lot in the red zone. They threw it all over the yard, but once you got inside the 20, you had that running back. But now with this quick strike offense, this is reminiscent. This Independence offense is reminiscent of the offense that won the state championship when they had, you know, outstanding wideouts and the quarterback situational throwing, you would load up against the run and they could hit you big for big passes.
Yeah, Silas Nelson's been great on the ground, rushed for over 600 yards. He's got 6 touchdowns on the season. Christian Linksweiler's got 14 catches for 307 yards. He's found the end zone a couple times. And then KJ Byers, he caught 2 touchdown passes last week, one of 45 and 46 on just what you would think would be easy screens that would get maybe 5 to 8 yards, and he turned them up down the sideline and got to the house.
Yeah, truly an athletic young man, and he has a nose for the end zone, and he makes great run after the catch. And I think that's going to be key, both sides on defense, is to really tackle in space. You're going to have to you don't want 6-yard passes turning into 40-yard touchdowns.
Right, and both these teams are explosive enough to do it. And, you know, in the years past, when you and I have been able to call Bluefield and Independence games, that's what we've had. We've had big plays on both sides. Now, last year, if you remember, Eric, and I'm sure you do, the game never got played. It was scheduled to be here at Coal City, and they had the flood, and they had postponed it from Friday to Saturday. And then we got the call Saturday morning that they couldn't play because they didn't have any water at Bluefield. So I'm not so sure out of the kindness of Bluefield's heart, they wanted to come back again as they come back here, and now they're going to play this game here, but they didn't play a year ago. But so the last time these two teams played was 2 years ago at Mitchell Stadium, and Bluefield beat Independence.
Yeah, and I think Bluefield won that game maybe 1 or 2 points. I can't remember exactly, but I think it came down to like last play of the game, right, and Bluefield got a stop. So, I think this is going to be one of those, a big game of momentum. I think it might mirror the Herbert Hoover contest that we did on the kickoff, that Thursday night kickoff. And I think you're going to take, it's a heavyweight battle. Each one's going to dish some blows out. So we're going to see who can get up off the mat and deliver the final blow.
And of course, Eric, we expect to have a big audience watching. Of course, there's a lot of people still making their way here into the field. The home side is packed as we look out the window. The crowd still making their way in. Bluefield still filing in. And Eric, I'm sure you remember our first year together at Video Productions that Black Friday, the semifinal game in 2021, was the largest viewing crowd we ever had. Almost 5,000 people watched Independence beat Bluefield and go to the state championship for the first time.
Yeah, and Maris, I still get chills and think about that game because it was a battle, but I remember the interception that Independence returned for the touchdown, and I really thought this press box was going to fall.
Yeah.
Like, seriously, I think we might have grabbed
over. Yes.
It was electric, and I mean, that atmosphere probably never be duplicated because that was a kind of a, it was a first. It was a first, right. So that'll never be duplicated, but boy, it was a fun contest.
Well, for us to be here in September, this still has a November feel to it. It feels like a playoff game. You can really feel the tension, and one thing about it's going to be a beautiful night for football.
Yeah, classic night. They had rain in the forecast, and we won't talk about it because every time you and I mention anything with the rain,
it happens.
It happens. So I think we may be able to get through this one without rain, but we need both of these teams to come out and really put on the show that I think they're going to.
Yeah, we're here in the press box here at the Greenbrier Automotive pregame show. We'll take our second pregame break. We'll get you ready for the kickoff between number 3 Bluefield 3-1 against number 1 Independence 4-0, kicking off at the top of the hour here on Video Productions.
Access Health began as a small clinic with a simple yet powerful purpose: to care for our neighbors right here at home. From the very beginning, it was about people showing up for each other, building trust, and staying connected. Today, Access Health is serving thousands across southern West Virginia. But what makes us different isn't just the care we provide, it's who provides it. Our team was born here, trained here, and lives here. This is what community looks like. This is Access Health, by the community, for the community, always.
If you're struggling with payroll problems, compliance confusion, or HR headaches, it's time to discover Compliance, the trusted solution for a healthier, stress-free business. With Compliance, you will experience faster, error-free payroll, effortless compliance with labor laws, and expert HR support and guidance. Don't let workplace stress take over. Ask your business if compliance is right for you. Side effects may include reduced stress, increased efficiency, improved morale, and a strong reliance on compliance. Consult Compliance today. Compliance, because a better business starts with a better you.
We asked the real experts what they think of our Chevys and GMCs, and they didn't hold back.
Come here. Come on. I like the noise of it.
They tested the seats, the screens, and the tires as well. Now it's your turn. Northside Chevy GMC, approved by kids, loved by everyone. Chevrolet, together let's drive. GMC, we are professional grade.
North Side Levy, where they are right. Ha!
When you're in need of a plumber, you want someone that's going to treat you like family. Modley's Plumbing and Heating, a family-owned business since 1987, wants you to know our customers and employees are as important as family. Built by family to families, quality work is our hallmark at Modley's Plumbing and Heating. So the next time you're in need of a plumber, give Modley's Plumbing and Heating a call at 304-253-HELP. Help to Modley's means handling every little problem.
Here we grow again. Pioneer Community Bank is proud to offer a network of banks right here in our communities. By offering you more locations, Pioneer continues to meet all your banking needs where you are. Please stop by our new Harper Road location. We are truly investing in Southern West Virginia. Pioneer Community Bank. Friendly service, great products. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
There's a place where innovation becomes transformation, where you'll find that education is not just about learning, but about being excited to learn. A place to feel at home. Pursue dreams and prepare for careers. Build lifelong friendships. And a place where you'll be encouraged and mentored along your journey. Discover your future. Get ready to soar. The University of Charleston.
And we welcome you back to Independence High School, getting you ready for the kickoff at the top of the hour between number 3 Bluefield in Class AA 3-1 and number 1 in Class AA Independence 4-0. Tonight's game is brought to you in part by Leisure Lanes. And Eric, it's hard to believe just a month from now we'll be into Bowloween, the Halloween where you dress up and you go bowl at Leisure Lanes, and that's a lot of fun. And you can reserve your lane right now, and you can dial them up at 304-253-7328. Also, the game tonight brought to you by Infinity Coal Company, located in Sophia, West Virginia, which is right down the street here from Independence High School. They're hiring experienced underground miners. They offer a great wage, great benefits, and you can apply online through the United Coal Company's Facebook page. Also, the game tonight brought to you by Pasquale's Italian Restaurant. All your favorite Italian dishes, plus sandwiches, salads, and seafood. They have catering, and private parties are also available. You can book your next event at Pasquale's at 304-255-5253. Well, Eric, as we take a look at these teams coming in, first of all, for Bluefield, as we mentioned, 3-1, they beat their arch rival Graham to start the season, 20-10. Then, like I said, they got beat up pretty bad, 51-6 to Princeton, but they won each of their last 2 games at James Monroe, which was close, and then that big thrilling victory beating Beckley a week ago in Bluefield.
Yeah, and that was a 34-28 victory against Beckley. But the thing you know about a Freddie Simon coach team, even when they had a down year and a half, they start getting better as the year goes on, and that's what this team is doing, steadily improving every week.
Yeah, after tonight, Bluefield will play at George Wythe, Virginia. They'll be at Nicholas County. They'll be home to Pikeview, at Greenbrier East, and at Riverview. So still a pretty difficult schedule after this game tonight.
Yeah, no one you can take lightly, but you handle business tonight. This can springboard you halfway. Either team, whoever comes out of this victory, you don't want to be too high or too low, win or lose in this contest.
And for Independence, with Bluefield tonight now, there's some question that I have here on my schedule that their bye week is next week, and they don't play Barnesville till the 17th. But I'm told they're going to play Barnesville next week. So if I may have that right, I got to double check that.
Yeah,
but
I heard that here in the press box.
I heard in the press box, but I think because this is when I got it on the. Their schedule back in August, that they were off next week and get Westside at home, and then Barnesville, Ohio, and also get them at home, because I was told that they're talking about the game being up in Ohio, but I was thinking that game was home, and then they'll go to Princeton, have Nicholas County, and then finish up at Summers County. Yeah. So I think I'm correct by saying they're off next week, and they have Barnesville, Ohio on the 17th at home.
And you'll have to really find that out for me, because I thought the last Ohio team, Warren, they played at Marietta.
That's correct.
But they didn't. They actually, I'm hearing from the young man in the press box, that they played them at their high school.
Oh, so I've been told a lot of different things. So we'll have to check that. Anyway, up to this point, we do know for a fact that Independence beat Herbert Hoover 37-34.
Yeah.
You and I were here for that.
We were here.
They beat Martins Ferry 35-14. They beat Warren Local 35-0. And we definitely know they beat Scott last week because we were there. We were definitely there 53-0. So we definitely know that.
Yeah, we definitely know that. And the thing is, we're talking about down the road, and we're going to use our coach speak. Our only thing that Coach Lilly and the Independence Patriots were worried about is Friday night, this night, and they're ready for the Bluefield Beavers.
There seems to be an issue in the stands, and I think that they're addressing that now. Apparently, one of the fans here on the home side of Independence, I'm not sure, Eric, maybe they passed out or something. I think they may have summons for an ambulance, and maybe that's why down below us it's a little subtle. I don't know if you can see that a little bit on our screen or not.
Yeah, and look like they have the first responders all have in check now and maybe have everything under control.
We're a little less than 10 minutes away from kicking the game off, and like I said, there's so much at stake in this game. But, Eric, I think you'll agree, talking about coaches speak, I'm sure each coach knows and the players know what a big game it is, but you got to treat it like every other game. And I tell you what, hold that thought. We're going to take a break as we're getting ready to play the national anthem, and we'll be right back to the Greenbrier Automotive pregame show on the other side of the break here on Video Productions.
Greenbrier buyer. She's a Greenbrier buyer. They're Greenbrier buyers. And we want to make you a Greenbrier buyer too. At Greenbrier Automotive, we'll do whatever we can to make your car buying experience the best it can be. From providing outstanding service to offering a huge selection to choose from, all with the best deals possible. Visit one of our 7 area dealerships soon or shop over 800 vehicles on greenbrierautomotive.com.
If you're struggling with payroll problems, compliance confusion, or HR headaches, it's time to discover Compliance, the trusted solution for a healthier, stress-free business. With Compliance, you will experience faster, error-free payroll, effortless compliance with labor laws, and expert HR support and guidance. Don't let workplace stress take over. Ask your business if compliance is right for you. Side effects may include reduced stress, increased efficiency, improved morale, and a strong reliance on compliance. Consult Compliance today. Compliance, because a better business starts with a better you.
For 50 years, Little General Stores has proudly served West Virginia, fueling families, friends, and communities across the Mountain State. To celebrate our golden anniversary, we're giving away $50,000 to thank you, our loyal customers. Little General Stores, 50 years strong and just getting started.
I never thought this would happen.
When disaster takes control of your life, we got you. Get it back with a single call to the team that shows up fast to make things right. Serve Pro, like it never even happened.
This fall, let the beauty of the season in without the chill. At Window World of Beckley, we bring comfort, style, and savings to your home. Our windows and doors are built to handle West Virginia's wild and wonderful weather, keeping the warmth in and the energy bills low. With energy-efficient windows, expert installations, and affordable financing options, it's time to upgrade. It's never been easier to fall in love with your home again. Call 1-800-WINDOW-WORLD today.
And we welcome you back to Independence High School. We're about 5 or 6 minutes away from getting this game started, and we think we're in for a great game, Eric, between number 3 Bluefield, who is 3-1, and number 4 Independence, or actually number 1 Independence, who's 4-0. And Eric, we talked about, we got veteran coaches. We got Freddie Simon for Bluefield, John Lilly for Independence. I would like to think that both teams had a good week of practice. The players know and the coaches know the fans know it's a big game, but really I think as a player you just got to dial in and just treat it like any other game.
Yeah, we sit and we watch a lot of football, but all football games boil down to running, blocking, and tackling. So, just keep it simple. You just got to make plays when plays are, present themselves and play good, sound defense and make the fewest mistakes. And I think whoever does that will control this ball game.
And, I know what I'm about to say is cliche, but it's so true. Turnovers is going to decide the game. And I said that if you remember at halftime of the Beckley-Greenbrier East game, neither team had turned it over. And I said whoever wins the turnover battle in the second half, the team to win the game. And
it was
Greenbrier
4-0.
In turnovers, and Greenbrier East end up winning the game. And I think that's the key, because I do think both teams are going to make big plays because they've got that kind of skill. Both teams do. I think between the turnovers, but really I think the game will be won or lost up front in the trenches and who can control the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, the line of scrimmage for sure. And I think the key player, for the Independence Patriots is going to be defensively. And I think that's Landon Riddle. I think he can, defensively at the defensive end, linebacker spot, wherever they put him, he can put pressure on the quarterback, and I think he needs to be successful early.
All right, as Independence is ready to make their way out onto the field, as they're to the end zone to our left, they'll be in all blue tonight with the white helmet. Now, Eric, I said during one of our commercial breaks, I'm glad they're wearing this uniform as opposed to the all gray, because I can actually see those big white numbers on those royal blue uniforms.
Yeah, for sure. And it really is hard to see. Good-looking gray, but the uniforms, it's really hard to pick up the numbers.
Bluefield very clean along the way, all in white, trimmed in maroon. Before we get started, let you know that tonight's game is brought to you in part by Allstate Insurance, located at Market Road in Beckley. Lori Richmond is the Allstate agent. You can dial her up at 304-252-8646. You're in good hands with Allstate. You're in good hands with Lori Richmond. She's my agent, takes great care of me. She'll take great care of you. Also, the game tonight brought to you by Spartan Factory in Beckley. They have T-shirts, team uniforms, and they have the swag that we have on tonight. We appreciate Spartan Factory from Beckley. You can check them out on their website, the Spartan Factory, WV.com. Also, the game tonight brought to you by Pepsi of Southern West Virginia. Love to have me an ice cold Pepsi. Pepsi's a proud sponsor of local high school sports. Independence there as a team has made their way out onto the field right below us. Like I said, wearing the white helmet with the all in blue tonight, trimmed in white, Bluefield across the way. And, for Bluefield, their program has always played anybody and everybody. They played Graham, they played Beckley, they played Greenbrier East, they played Princeton, they play in their class, up their class, it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. You can go deeper into Virginia a little ways. In Tazewell County, the Richlands Blue Tornado, when they were really good, Bluefield would have to go across the border and play them. One interesting thing, we've had the chance to look over these rosters. Both of these teams will battle for the next years to come because they're both loaded with young talent.
Yeah, underclassmen. In fact, Bluefield, I think, only has 3 seniors on the roster.
3 seniors, and if you look at I was looking up the 4 captains are all sophomores.
Yeah, all their key players, the players that they really lean on to make big plays for them, are all in the lower grades.
Yeah, and I told you I had a chance to. If you have a class of 20 sophomores that contribute,
that's good.
Hey, that's 2 years down the line, But Bluefield Beavers, they think they can win. They have the team to win now, but the future's bright for both of these young ball clubs.
Yeah, there's a lot more football after tonight, but the winner of this game believes that they can be home all the way through if they're able to make the championship game until they get to Charleston. So that would be huge if you can finish first or second, be able to host all the way through, and that's what Independence was able to do when they won the state championship in 2022.
Yeah, and so look on the flip side, there's the 4 captains for Independence are all seniors. So you have a lot of football, football pedigree, big games under the belt, for those seniors.
All right, so, Eric, I got to ask you, if you win the toss, no matter who you are, do you defer, you take the ball, you kick off, what do you want to do?
I'm deferring. Both teams have, what you can do offensively. I'm trying to have that second half kickoff. Plus, I'm trying to put that defense on. If you can get a stop early, man, you can get all kinds of momentum.
So I do believe Bluefield won the toss and they've deferred. I believe that was the case.
Right on cue.
And let's see how they'll set up. So Independence will get the ball first, and they'll work left to right on your screen. So Independence will get their offense out there first, and they'll have first crack at it. And we're moments away. And that's another thing, Eric. We've got to talk about special teams, the kicking game. How important is that going to be tonight?
Yeah, and I've not had a chance to see I know Bluefield missed an extra point last week. Cuthbert, young man Cuthbert for Micah Cuthbert for Independence is a weapon. We saw him kick it through the end zone. We saw him kick, they do multiple kicks. He can squib it real hard, or he can kick it and put it in up back hands. But you got to use your word, lane integrity.
Right.
Both of these teams have players that can take one to the house.
That's right. So it's so important to have lane integrity, stay in your lane, be disciplined, because like you said, both with the skilled players on both teams, one missed tackle or a block, and that can end up in a 75, 80-yard touchdown return. So both teams getting their final instructions, and we're moments away from getting this game started. And Eric, I'll tell you, I would go out on the limb, and I don't think it's too long of a limb to say not only is this the top game in AA, but maybe the top game in the whole state of West Virginia in Week 5.
Yeah, I hadn't had a chance to look down the list, but this is definitely up in the upper echelon of games that'll be viewed tonight.
So teams, like I said, getting their final instructions. The officials out there at the center of the field. And like I said, you couldn't ask for a better night. Actually, it was like in the mid-70s in the Raleigh County, Sophia, Beckley area today. You couldn't ask for a better fall day. And what a beautiful scene up here on the top of the mountain here at Coal City, West Virginia.
Yeah, you couldn't draw up a better weather night.
So going back on the far side for Independence will be Caden Bradbury. And it'll be Linksweiler here on the near side. Christian Linksweiler on the near side. Bradbury on the far side. They'll stand inside the 10-yard line as Bluefield gets sets to tee it up. And where they're going to tee it up, Eric, they're going to not tee it up in between the hashes. They're going to tee it up maybe they are. I thought maybe the kicker's going to tee it up on the far side hash.
Yeah, I guess the kicker didn't have the tee.
Yeah, and there was a little confusion there. One of the coaches still out on the field. So now it does look like Bluefield is going to tee it up in between the two hashes. And we are about ready to go. The crowd is ready. The teams are ready. Eric, you and I are ready. The heavy hitter, Mr. Nick Eskins, producing, directing, is ready. Chris Farish, our stat man, and Jackie Moon on camera. And we're ready to get the game going as it's number 3 Bluefield kicking off to number 1 Independence here from Coal City. And we are underway. This will be returned. It'll be a big hop inside the 10 to Bradbury on the far side. He comes right up the gut, breaks a tackle, gets to the edge. He's got some running room down the far sideline. He's ran out of bounds across midfield, and a great start for the Patriots.
And exactly what the offense needed. Short field, going to start on right at the 49-yard line of Bluefield. So let's see what the Independence Patriots dial up early here, as we see on the replay here, Maris. What a great job of getting down the sideline and getting positive, a huge gain on the kickoff.
That's what we talked about. Both of these teams have players that can break it, and a big return by Bradbury. And Independence, as you mentioned, Eric, will start 1st and 10 on Bluefield's half of the field at the 49-yard line.
Now here's where the chess match goes, right here. You got to be able to guard in space here.
Brock Green out of the shotgun, waits on the snap. They'll hand the ball. Nelson, he's got running room. He's got a first down as he plows his way inside the 40 and gets down to the Bluefield 37-yard line.
And huge hole right here off the right tackle for Nelson as he gets the offense going, and they were up running it quick.
Yeah, they're going quick. He picked up 12 yards on the first play. They dragged him, but when they dragged him, they spun him over, and he picks up additional couple yards inside the 35. He gets down to the Bluefield 32. He got 5 on the play, and Independence going quick. 2nd and 5 for Independence at the Beaver 32.
Yeah, and this tempo, the first plays you script right here, you're going to get a heavy dose of looks like Nelson right here on this first drive.
And they'll give it to Nelson. He's got running room. He's got a first down. He's got more. He's going to have a touchdown. Silas Nelson, no flags, touchdown Independence from 32 yards out. A 3-play, 49-yard drive, and just like that, Independence is in the end zone.
Yeah, big boys up front did work, as you can look. Never touched until we got to the second level, and the safety flag whiffed on the tackle, and easy 6 for Nelson.
So Silas Nelson, he had all 3 carries on that drive, and 49 yards for Nelson. The point after looks good and is good. So just like that, with not even a minute into the ball game, 11-10 remaining first quarter, your new score, Independence 7 and Bluefield nothing. We'll take a quick break. Be right back here on Video Productions.
Struggling with payroll problems, compliance confusion, or HR headaches? It's time to discover Compliance, the trusted solution for a healthier, stress-free business. With Compliance, you will experience faster, error-free payroll, effortless compliance with labor laws, and expert HR support and guidance. Don't let workplace stress take over. Ask your business if Compliance is right for you. Side effects may include reduced stress, increased efficiency, improved morale, and a strong reliance on compliance.
Tonight's game is brought to you by Giovanni's Pizza. That's where we had our pregame meal. Mamma mia, if you're not Italian going in, you'll be Italian going out. They got 2 locations, Leicester Square in Sophia and then in Glen Daniel right up from Liberty High School. Just like that, Eric, Independence made that look easy. They got a big kickoff return by Bradbury. They started on the Bluefield 49. 3 plays later, it's a touchdown run by Silas Nelson from 32 yards, the point after good, and just like that, 7-0 is the Independence lead.
Yeah, they just abused Bluefield up front.
Here comes the ensuing kickoff, takes a big hop. It will be returned right inside the 20.
This could be trouble.
Yep, near side penalty flag. I think it's coming back. It's a big return for Bluefield. And as you mentioned, Eric, it's going to be trouble, but I think it's going to be all for naught. It's a nice return that time by Willis Wilson, but there's a flag thrown back inside the 35-yard line, and I believe they're going to get Bluefield for a hold.
Yeah, definitely. I actually saw 2, one right here on the edge, but they called one in the middle of the field.
In here.
Right here is
right there on the
hold.
30-yard line is where they called it, I do believe. And that's a clear hold right there. And that allowed the returner, Wilson, to get to the edge and be able to pick up what he did. So the penalty will move Bluefield back. And the Beavers will have it. It'll be Mac Simpson. Like I said, he's completed over 65% of his passes, 71 for 110, 10 touchdowns, 4 picks, and 845 yards. And on the penalty, let's see where they'll take the ball to. Still waiting for the referee to put the ball down. Back inside the 25, they'll put the ball down at the 24-yard line. So that's where Bluefield will start, working right to left on their own 24-yard line, as Simpson will be the quarterback. Simpson is a 6'1", 190-pound sophomore. He'll work from the shotgun. He'll have Wilson in the backfield to his right. Back to throw short. It's caught up over the 30, and that's a nice play. That'll be Smith. Jamarius Smith will make the connection on the reception and get the ball over the 30 out to the 31-yard line.
Yeah, and, with this offense, it's quick passing. They get the play in. They're going to give what they're going to take what the defense gives them. So look for you're going to try to draw Independence's DBs up a little bit. You're going to have to play a little more press than you normally do.
Quick 7 yards on first down. Now they come back, they run the ball up inside, and Independence is to the task. That play goes nowhere as that's Wilson, and Wilson nowhere to go.
Yeah, great play by the linebacker, scraping off right here. If you look on the replay, came in, was great in space right there for the tackle for Independence.
So it's going to bring up 3rd down and 3 for Bluefield. Beautiful night here in Coal City. Glad you're with us on Video Productions. Big play in the game, 3rd and 3 for the Beavers. Independence with a touchdown lead of 7-0. Here's a quick pass out in the flat. They turn it up. They pick up a first down, and that's a nice play as the Beavers that time able to get the ball to Simon, and he's able to make enough for the line to gain and move the sticks.
And what was good about that play, you got a lineman out. The left tackle came out and was the initial blocker on that pass, and another quick strike and a much-needed first down. Didn't want to go three and out on that first possession.
And with all the, like we talked about, the skill people that both of these teams have, like I said, you really got to defend in space.
You do.
And Bluefield has so many weapons they can throw to. There'll be multiple guys that'll catch passes tonight.
Yeah, and if you look, it's a tell of, 2 game plans right now because Independence came out to establish the run and Bluefield's establishing the pass.
Same play, and that time he never caught it. And they try to set up that wide receiver screen again. The same play, try to get the ball to Simon, and he was not able to handle the pass, and it'll be incomplete, 2nd and 10.
But if you look on the replay here, you have a couple guys. The defensive end is leaking out, so a lot of plays set up something else. So look for them to run something out of that formation and
pump and go, maybe.
Pump and go. That's where your safety. Depends on where your safety is located in the middle of the field.
Another 2, when they run screens, be disciplined if you're Independence rushing, because with all the speed that Bluefield has. So let's see what the Beavers will dial up. 2nd and 10 from their own 38-yard line. Simpson takes the snap, throws the ball deep, and he's got one-on-one coverage, and it's broken up. Nice defensive play, and a late flag comes in. That's Bradbury, and they'll
never
call a
turned
penalty.
and found the ball.
Yep. It looked like a pretty good play as we watched the replay, and you were all over it, Eric.
Yeah, you got to find the ball here. See, I mean, that's a classic face guard. You have to find the ball.
So that'll be a 15-yard penalty. In high school, it won't go to the spot of the foul. So from the 38, the ball will cross midfield and go into Independence territory, and that'll be enough for a Bluefield first down. It's not an automatic first down, which is crazy to me.
I'm going to tell you about both of these quarterbacks. That's a good-looking throw.
That's a great throw.
I mean, that's on the money.
So when they mark it off from what was the line of scrimmage of the 38, the ball will, as I mentioned, cross midfield, and it'll be a first down to the Independence 46-yard line. And a first down. New package of downs for Bluefield. 1st and 10 at the Independence 46. But you're right, that was a well-thrown ball.
Well-thrown ball, well-placed.
You know, it's already been Max Simpson, just a sophomore, and a lot of talk about his skill level. That's a high snap. The ball's loose on the turf. It's still loose, and Independence has got it. Bluefield turns it over, and Independence has got it. They're not done yet. They're still running with it. And it's Silas Nelson. It gets all the way down inside the 35 to the Bluefield 34. The snap was bad, and it bounced all over the turf, and Independence able to pick it up and run with it. And now what a big turn of events.
And if you look on the replay, it doesn't look like quarterback was ready for the snap. He was still looking to the sideline and not on the same page in the first big break of the game. With Independence leading 7-0, you're going to have to come up with a big defensive stop here if you're Bluefield.
A short field now for the Independence Patriots. They take over on the turnover and the return. They'll put the ball down at the 33-yard line. So from the 33 of Bluefield. First turnover of the game. Here's Green from the shotgun. Nelson gets the handoff, cuts it up inside, got running room, and plows forward. And right now, through 4 offensive plays, the front line of Independence is really pushing Bluefield off the line.
And a lot of missed tackles as well. But Bluefield really not disciplined, not tackling well, getting beat up front. And Nelson is doing such a great job once he gets to the second level.
The ball goes down to the 24-yard line, actually the 23-yard line of Bluefield. Here's Nelson again up inside. He's got some good running room as he gets down inside the 20. And let's see where they put him down now. It looks to be about the 18-yard line of Bluefield.
Need a 5 on the play. 2nd down and 5, ball at the 19-yard line.
So from the 18 of Bluefield, 2nd down for Independence. Green will keep it. He's up inside. He's got running room. He's got a first down and more as he gets down near the 10-yard line, and it'll be a first down for Independence. Let's see if he got right to the 10 or just shy of the 10. I think just shy of the 10, Eric, to the 11, and it'll be 1st and 10 for Independence.
Yeah, heavy dose of the run game right here.
Yeah, when you're having the success that Independence has had running the ball, and this will be the 7th play from scrimmage, probably no need to pass when you're owning the line of scrimmage. Here's Nelson, and he'll waltz into the end zone for an Independence touchdown. So 2 quick drives, a 3-play 49-yard drive ended with a Nelson touchdown, and now a 4-play 33-yard drive, 11 yards on the run as we watch the replay, and Nelson's in the end zone for his 2nd touchdown of the night, and Independence right now has hit a big left hook to Bluefield.
Yeah, and all up front, man, winning the battle up front.
So they set for the point after. It looks good, and it is good. So with 7:50 remaining in the first quarter, your new score, Independence 14, Bluefield nothing. We'll take a break and be right back here on Video Productions.
Before you hit the Hatfield-McCoy trails, fuel up the way West Virginians do at Little General Stores. We're proud to be part of your ride. Rooted in West Virginia and built for the back roads. Little General Stores. Fuel your adventure the West Virginia way.
Hey, my name's Paige, and what makes the Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich original to me is the crispiness of the breading and the tenderness of the filet. It's tasty, it's warm, it's total satisfaction.
Well, Eric, as we come back, we've got to collect our breath, man. Independence, they've done it. They scored on their first possession after a nice kickoff by Bradbury. They needed 3 plays to go 49 yards. They turned Bluefield over. They get a short field. 4 plays later, And same result with Silas Nelson into the end zone, his second touchdown of the night.
Yeah, and they're doing exactly, what they drew up. Don't have to pass when you can run the ball, and they're running it right down Bluefield's throat.
So a 14-0 Independence lead. Here comes the kickoff, and it will be returned on the far side from the 15-yard line. And good coverage by Independence as Bluefield does not get it back to the 20, just shy of the 20. That's great coverage right there by the Patriots.
And great placement of the kick by Micah Cuthbert. He's a weapon for them in the special teams.
And let's say they're going to put the ball down, I think, just shy of the 20. They will put the ball at the 19. Or I beg your pardon, just shy of the 25 at the 24. It'll be 1st and 10 Bluefield on their own 24-yard line. Simpson, and like I said, that last play when they turned over really wasn't his fault. Like I think you're right, Eric. I don't think he was ready, and the snap wasn't there. And that ball, like a basketball, it seemed like it bounced all over the turf. 1st and 10 from the 24. Simpson takes the snap, looks for the deep ball. He's in trouble. Now he's going to scramble. And he does a good job as he slides across the 25. And what looked like might have been a loss, Eric, he's able to pick up 2 or 3 yards.
Yeah, and a good job of being aware that the pocket was collapsing and picking up some positive yards.
So he'll get out to the 27-yard line and get 3 on the play. 2nd and 7 coming up. We're approaching 7 minutes remaining in the first quarter.
Correction, make that the 27.
Bluefield taking their time. Still plenty of time on the play clock. 15 on the play clock. 2nd down and 7 for the Beavers. Out of the shotgun. Simpson takes the snap. They're going to throw short here. It's caught. They're trying to get a block on the edge. Independence really defended that very well as that pass was caught by Jamarius Smith, but for a very small gain, if any gain at all. And actually, he won't even get a gain. He'll have a loss of a yard on the play. And actually, they're going to say now no gain at the 27. So here's a big 3rd down, 3rd and 7 coming up.
Because you might get the knockout blow here in the first quarter.
Yeah, after giving up a touchdown and then had a turnover and giving up another touchdown, if you're Bluefield, you definitely can't go 3 and out.
You can't go 3 and out.
So there's 5 on the play clock. Bluefield's going to have to hustle or call a timeout. I think they might have to call a timeout. They're not going to get the play off. They're going to have to call a timeout. So Bluefield was a little confused, and they burned a timeout. So a timeout with 6:08 remaining in the first quarter, 14-0. And that'll give us time to tell you about our sponsors. And also, Eric, maybe you can check some scores here in just a second. But we want to let you know that tonight's game is brought to you in part by State Farm Insurance. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Scotty Brown is your local State Farm agent in Shady Spring. You can dial him up at 681-238-6130. Also, the game tonight is brought to you in part by Exit Elevation. If you're in the market to buy or sell your house, you want to reach out to Luke Richmond, the broker, and Steve Morgan, the associate broker. And you can check them out at their website at exitelevationwv.com. Well, Eric, have you got a chance to squeeze in a couple of scores?
Yeah, we're looking at the AAA ranks, and Herbert Hoover, who had an opening season loss to Independence here, is up on the road at Point Pleasant, up 14-0 in the first quarter. Morgantown, which is the number 1 team in 4A, on the road at Spring Mills, who lost in the championship game last year to Martinsburg, and Morgantown's on the board 7-0.
All right, here's a 3rd down and 7. Simpson takes the snap, throws the ball, got a man out there, and it is caught for a 1st down. What a throw and what a catch. That is a beautiful play that time. And just as you said, because there was a young man who was 14 that changed his jersey to 19 Hess, a 14 makes that catch. And
I think we're going to go with they switched jerseys.
So that would have been Jackson who makes the catch. That was a great throw and a great catch and a 1st down for Bluefield.
Yeah, much needed 1st down, but, the quarterback took a shot, for Bluefield, stood in the pocket and delivered a strike.
So out to the 38-yard line, as Eric told you, much needed 1st down. Here's a running play off the right side, cuts over the 40, out to the 41-yard line maybe. That's a nice running play by Wilson. Wilson entered the game rushing for 350 yards and a couple of scores, and he had a nice run on 1st down there over the 40 and out to the 41-yard line.
Yeah, get some positive yards there on 1st down. One thing you won't see out of the coaching staff, I can't say it for the kids, the Bluefield coaching staff, been in so many big games, they're not going to panic. But, when you deal with a young team, you want to see what they can do being down 14.
And if Bluefield's able to score on this drive, of course, gets them back in the game, and, they're all over it. You were all over it, Eric. The flag came out, and multiple flags came out, and that play will be negated, as you mentioned, because of motion.
And the wide receiver is not set. That's kind of on the quarterback. Being a young quarterback, you have to make sure your wide outs are set and before you signal for the snap.
So Independence going to back him up. In fact, you were on it. I think you were on just as quick as the referee was.
Yeah, he was still running in place, the wide out for Bluefield.
If they take the result of the play, it'll be 3rd down. And are they going to take the result? I think they're going to back them up and make it 2nd down, and that's what they're going to do. So the ball was on the 41. If you back them up 5, they'll take the ball back. Even I can do that math to the 36, providing the football field is still 100 yards, right?
Yes.
So a 5-yard penalty back to the 36-yard line. And that will now make it 2nd and 12. And if you're Bluefield, you can ill afford, especially something like that. You've got to really pay attention to detail. Man comes in motion. They're going to run the ball up inside. And not much running room there over the 35, out to the 37, and just a 1-yard gain.
Yeah, nothing going so far in the run game. And if you look, a lot of blue jerseys around the ball, that defensive front really controlling the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, it was Wilson on the run. So it brings up 3rd down. And let's see what Simpson will cook up here. He's got time on the play clock, 10 on it, perhaps changing the plays. He looks over to his coaching staff. Puts a man in motion. Here's a snap. They're going to run the ball, and that's a big run. That's going to be a 1st down across midfield, and a much-needed 1st down, and maybe they could caught Independence in the defense where they wanted them, because maybe you're thinking pass, and they're able to run it up inside, and Wilson able to pick up the 1st down at the Independence 48-yard line.
Yeah, and I think you're absolutely right. I think they caught them the defensive front rushing upfield and hit them with a quick little hitter to get the ball across midfield for Bluefield.
And Wilson burst his speed.
Yeah, and the thing is, if you're Bluefield, I think you need to come away with some points on this drive.
So it'll be 1st and 10 for Bluefield at the Independence 48-yard line. Simpson from the gun. Twin receivers to the top of the screen, the bottom of the screen, trying to rely on the run. They try to push the pile forward, and they push it for a yard or 2, not much. Just shy of the 45.
They may give him 3.
Well, they had the ball at the 48. Let's see, they're going to put him down just shy of the 45. Put him down at the 46-yard line.
On the 46-yard line.
So it'll be 2nd down and 8 coming up for Bluefield. We're under 3 minutes for the 1st quarter on a beautiful night here in Coal City. Glad you're with us on Video Productions. Maris Lowry with Eric Thomas. They're going to overload here to the bottom of the screen, and now they're going to blow it dead, and what do we got?
False start again.
I don't see a flag, do you?
Well, I see the arms, the motion of the line judge on the Bluefield side.
And let's see, what do we got? You are correct. Even though I didn't see a flag, unless they threw it on the far side, I didn't see it. Now I do see it when the official bent down to pick it up, and you're all over that again, Eric. So you sure you wasn't a referee in a previous life?
Hey, I've done my fair share of reffing in the bleachers, that's for sure.
Ball will go back on their side of the field at 49. Well, don't feel bad. I'm sure a lot of people still do that. All right, here's a 2nd down play for the Beavers as the ball comes back to their own 49-yard line. They're going to run the ball inside, and that's going to go nowhere. Independence is all over that. That's going to even lose a yard. That time they try to give the ball to Jeremiah Jones and just nowhere to go.
Loss of 1 on the play.
So the loss goes back
It's 3rd down.
to the 47-yard line and 3rd down to keep the drive alive. Well, they got 2 downs. They got to get the ball inside the 40. They got to go to the Independence 38-yard line, Eric, to keep the drive alive.
And if you're Independence, this is definite. I'm bringing the kitchen sink on this one and try to get to the quarterback before he can get the ball off.
So a big 3rd down play. Simpson takes the snap, sets in the pocket, steps up, throws the deep ball. Got a man out there, and it is caught.
Boxed him out.
A beautiful play and a beautiful throw, and you're right. That's kind of like what it was. Smith able to box out the defender and haul it in.
Yes, kind of like if we can see on the replay, the ball was thrown up deep middle field, got him in man coverage, and kind of boxed out the defender.
And they'll get the ball all the way down to the Independence 17-yard line. You're right, that's a nice throw, but even a better catch by Jamarius Smith, the 5'11", 150-pound junior. So much needed play for Bluefield. They've converted on 2 third downs on this drive. To throw, going to the end zone, and incomplete. And the Bluefield receiver thought he was interfered with. And
yeah, he's going to get the football. He's like, Mr. Ref,
yeah.
I think I was interfered with, but I don't think that was – it doesn't matter. I don't think it was catchable. I think he was running a stop, and that was thrown like a go to the back pylon. So I think it was some miscommunication.
That was Calhoun.
Maybe he thought it was a back shoulder type throw.
Pax Calhoun, the 6'3", 185-pound sophomore, was the intended receiver on that play. On the incompletion, clock stops, 1:08 remaining in the quarter. 2nd and 10 for Bluefield. They're going to run the ball. And dancing around, trying to break it to the outside for minimal gain that time is Wilson as he gets the ball inside the 15.
And I think Wilson, as you stated, he danced a little too much in the hole. I think if he'd have gotten the hole and popped it to the outside, he may have had a chance to pick up the first down.
So gets the ball to the 13, and they actually do have to run a play because there's 25 on the play clock and there's 40 seconds on the game clock. So obviously 2-down territory for Bluefield to pick this up.
Oh, definitely 2-down territory. You know, you're gonna get your best play right here in the red zone.
And they're going to run the ball again to Wilson up inside. He gets the ball down inside the 10.
Be a yard short.
Yep, and they can let the clock run out for the third quarter, and you're right, Eric, it'll be a yard short. So a big play coming when we get to the second quarter. At the end of one, it is number 1 Independence leading at number 3 Bluefield, 14-0, but Bluefield on the move, and we'll be right back here on Video Productions.
Struggling with payroll problems, compliance confusion, or HR headaches? It's time to discover Compliance, the trusted solution for a healthier, stress-free business. With Compliance, you will experience faster, error-free payroll, effortless compliance with labor laws, and expert HR support and guidance. Don't let workplace stress take over. Ask your business if Compliance is right for you. Side effects may include reduced stress, increased efficiency, improved morale, and a strong reliance on compliance. Consult Compliance today. Compliance, because a better business starts with a better you.
For 50 years, Little General Stores has proudly served West Virginia, fueling families, friends, and communities across the Mountain State. To celebrate our golden anniversary, we're giving away $50,000 to thank you, our loyal customers. Little General Stores, 50 years strong and just getting started.
Colder days are coming. Replace those old drafty windows and doors now. Call Window World of Beckley today. 1-800-WINDOW WORLD.
We're headed to the second quarter, and we got a big play, Eric, coming up. It'll be 4th and a yard for Bluefield when play resumes here in the second quarter with Independence leading 14-0. Have you got a couple of scores real quick?
Yeah, I'm looking over. No score in the Princeton-Graham game, 7 o'clock kick. Bridgeport seems to keep rolling in AAA. Number 3, Bridgeport, 14, Robert Seabird, 0. Nitro hosting Ripley, Nitro up 7-0. Of course, I gave you the Herbert Hoover score, still holds at 14-0.
All right, so big play here. This will be the 13th play of this drive. It is 4th down.
I look for this to be a pass because they really haven't, on known running downs, been able to move the defensive front of Independence. And now it looks like just now getting the play signal, the end 20 on the clock.
And now, what do we got, a timeout? And Independence is going to call a timeout. And, you know, I could see Independence calling a timeout. If you were Bluefield and had to call a timeout at the end of the quarter, I'm sure Coach would be really upset with that. Well, we got a minute. Tell you about some of our sponsors that help make this possible. One of those is Heather Cantley, your Edward Jones financial advisor. She has a new location at Harper Road in Beckley. She's my financial advisor. She can be yours as well, help you set up for your retirement. You can call Heather at 681-254-0097. Also, the game tonight brought to you by Hart's Cabinets, located in MacArthur, West Virginia. They have quality custom cabinets. They're a proud sponsor of local sports, 304-252-2917. And also by Leisure Lanes, Johnstown Road in Beckley. It's hard to believe, Eric, that Halloween will be here before you know it, and they have Bowloween at Leisure Lanes, and you can already start making your reservations at 304-253 7328. Also, the game tonight brought to you by Infinity Coal Company, located right down the road in Sophia, West Virginia. They are hiring experienced and underground miners. They offer a great wage, great benefits. You can apply online through the United Coal Company's Facebook page. All right, here we go, folks. Big play, the 13th play of this drive. It is fourth down. Fourth down, and actually it's really closer to 2 yards, Eric. They have the ball at the 9. They got to get the ball to the 7. So from the 9-yard line on 4th and 2.
And this looks like a tight run formation, so it's going to have to be blocked up.
It's going to be the Beaver, and they're not going to get there. It wasn't blocked up. They try to run their version of the Wildcat. The Beaver, and Independence stacks them up and turns them away.
Yeah, and you know, Coach Freddie Simon's coached, you know, way more football than me, of course, because I haven't coached. But I don't know about taking the element of your quarterback out of the game in that, because everyone knows you're going to run right there when you get into what the Wildcats. So I think that was a pretty predictable play.
Yeah, I mean, really, there was no running lanes whatsoever. The play really never had a chance, and Independence able to win the war up front and just nowhere for Bluefield to go. So on the turnover, on downs, Independence will take over on their own 9-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 as Brock Green will bring them out. 1st and 10 for the Patriots, leading 14-0. And, of course, Independence with this lead, Eric, you want to make sure you take care of the ball backed up in your own end like this.
Yeah, but, you know, with that running game going right now, look for, you know, a heavy dose of Nelson here on this drive.
Silas Nelson has scored both Independence touchdowns tonight. And Green will throw it. He'll throw it out in the flat. It's caught. It's blocked out there. It's got a first down, and a nice big play to get out of the hole up over the 25 out near the 30-yard line. That's a nice play. And it was well designed, well blocked.
Looked like two players hurt on this drive,
you
on this play.
One for Independence is hobbling off, and a Bluefield player's down. We'll take a quick break and come right back here on Video Productions.
Direct Choice Pre-Owned Auto Sales is a proud supporter of all our area middle school and high school athletics. Direct Choice Pre-Owned Auto Sales keeps a huge selection of cars, trucks, and SUVs with some of the best prices in southern West Virginia. We also have several lenders for your financing needs. Direct Choice Pre-Owned Auto Sales and your student athletes, a winning combination.
For 50 years, Little General Stores has proudly served West Virginia, fueling families, friends, and communities across the Mountain State. To celebrate our golden anniversary, we're giving away $50,000 to thank you, our loyal customers. Little General Stores, 50 years strong and just getting started.
And that was Jason Laxton who caught that pass for Independence and got the ball across the 25 out to the 28-yard line. And it's a first down for Independence, and they're still tending to the Bluefield player. While they're doing that, Eric, let's see if you've got some scores that you could update our viewers on.
A lot of these games are still in the first quarter, or either not updating the games, but the ones that we're looking for, we got Princeton hosting Graham. Princeton, the future opponent of this Independence team. Princeton's up 6-0 in the first quarter. No score in the Oak Hill Greenbrier East contest. Shady's at Pikeview, no score in that game. And Liberty on the road at Buffalo, no score in that game. The only scores I have is number 1 Morgantown at Spring Mills up 14-0. George Washington's on the road at Burnsville, Ohio. They come in at number 2 in 4A, and there's no score in that contest. And I think the Burnsville, Ohio team is a future opponent of Independence.
We might have a little bit more delay. Looks like they might be calling for the cart for the young man at Bluefield. I can't see who that is. They're down on their back, and obviously I couldn't see what happened.
Yeah, it looks like a lower leg injury.
The play went away from the young man. We're going to go ahead and take another break and come back and see if we can find out what happened to the young man from Bluefield. We hope and pray he's going to be okay as they do bring out the paramedics. There's 11:47 left in the first half, and Independence is in front 14-0. We'll be right back here on Video Productions.
When you're in need of a plumber, you want someone that's going to treat you like family. Modley's Plumbing and Heating, a family-owned business since 1987, wants you to know our customers and employees are as important as family. Built by family to families, quality work is our hallmark at Modley's Plumbing and Heating. So the next time you're in need of a plumber, give Modley's Plumbing and Heating a call at 304-253-HELP. Help to Modley's means handling every little problem.
He's a Greenbrier buyer. She's a Greenbrier buyer. They're Greenbrier buyers. And we want to make you a Greenbrier buyer too. At Greenbrier Automotive, we'll do whatever we can to make your car buying experience the best it can be. From providing outstanding service to offering a huge selection to choose from, all with the best deals possible. Visit one of our 7 area dealerships soon or shop over 800 vehicles on greenbrierautomotive.com.
Access Health began as a small clinic with a simple yet powerful purpose: to care for our neighbors right here at home. From the very beginning, it was about people showing up for each other, building trust, and staying connected. Today, Access Health is serving thousands across southern West Virginia. But what makes us different isn't just the care we provide, it's who provides it. Our team was born here, trained here, and lives here. This is what community looks like. This is Access Health, by the community, for the community, always.
Hey, grab me one too.
For 50 years, Little General Stores has proudly served West Virginia, fueling families, friends, and communities across the Mountain State. To celebrate our golden anniversary, we're giving away $50,000 to thank you, our loyal customers. Little General Stores, 50 years strong and just getting started.
I never thought this would happen.
When disaster takes control of your life, we got you. Get it back with a single call to the team that shows up fast to make things right. Serve Pro, like it never even happened.
And we welcome you back to Coal City, West Virginia, here at Independence High School, and they're still tending to the young man there for Bluefield. I think, Eric, you caught his number.
Yeah, I'm not going to I think it was Willis Wilson, the number 3. I'm
not sure. I was thinking it was a lineman. It may not be, but nevertheless, they've brought out a stretcher. They've got him on it, and the game has been slightly delayed here with 11:47 left in the first half. Independence leads in the ball game 14-0, and Silas Nelson's got both touchdown runs for Independence. Independence went 49 yards in 3 plays. They got a 32-yard touchdown run from Silas Nelson. The point after good, 7-0. Then Independence, after a turnover, and Nelson was the one able to get that turnover on a fumble by Bluefield. Independence went 33 yards in 4 plays. They got an 11-yard touchdown run from Silas Nelson, the point after good, to make it 14-0. And Bluefield had a nice drive going, Eric. It was the 13th play of the drive on 4th and 2.
Yeah.
They try to run out of what they call the Wildcat, or in their case the Beaver, and Independence slammed the door on them. And then one play into this first drive of the second quarter for Independence, the young man for Bluefield was hurt as they threw a swing pass at Independence, and they got from their own 9-yard line out to the 28, and now they're taking the young man off the field. So when play resumes, it's 14-0 Independence, 11:47 left in the first half. 1st and 10 for the Patriots on their own 28-yard line.
Yeah, and it all goes back. I really didn't like the play call coming out starting the second quarter. You hadn't really been able to run in running situations against Independence. And what I mean by that is you took your quarterback out, you didn't really have a threat of passing, so the Independence could really pin their ears back and stop the run as they did.
So this is a really big series for the Bluefield defense.
Oh, yeah, exactly right. Every series from here on out, but this one.
But especially this one.
Right now, you have to you had a decent drive going. You were in the red zone. And now Independence is really going to try to put the foot on the gas here. They threw their first pass of the game under the 12-minute mark. in this contest.
Yeah, here in the second quarter, and Independence with the momentum. So as now the play resumes, the clock starts to run. 1st and 10 Independence on their own 28-yard line. Brock Green from the gun takes the snap, throws it short here to the near side. It's caught. There's running room down the near sideline. It's blocked well over the 40, and that'll be a first down, and that's a well-designed play. That's Laxton again. He caught the last pass on the other side, and looks like pretty much the same play here, Eric, on the near side.
Yeah, it is. Just swing, side to side. Bluefield not being able to tackle in space. Another big gain.
Yeah, 16-yard pitch and catch for the first down for Independence. They want to go quick. Green waits on the snap. They're going to run the ball this time, going tempo, and that's a nice run by Nelson as he breaks a tackle, and he gets into Bluefield territory before they run him out of bounds here right below us in front of the Independence bench, all the way inside the 45 to the Bluefield Beaver 44-yard line.
And Nelson just really a man amongst young men right now, just carrying people, and that's what he does. Such a good runner in between the tackles.
1st and 10, Independence at the Bluefield 44. This drive started on their own 9. They go to, guess who? Silas Nelson, and he gets 4 more tough yards. And right now, Independence is thrown a couple of short passes, but they've really dominated up front, being able to run the ball.
Up front's where it's at, and they've really, got behind the big uglies up front and moving the pile.
2nd and 6 coming up for Independence at the Bluefield 40. Plenty of time on the play clock, 25 and counting. Green from the shotgun. Takes the snap to throw. Pressure comes. They force him out of the pocket, and he's going to throw this one away and live to play another down.
Pass incomplete.
Yeah, and that time able to collapse the pocket of Independence and get after the quarterback. But good decision by Green by not forcing anything. Live to play another down.
So on the incompletion, the clock will stop. 10:24 for the half. It'll be 3rd down coming up. 3rd and 6 for Independence at the Bluefield 40. Green from the shotgun.
Looks like a run here.
And that's what it's going to be. Nelson, he's got running room. He's got a first down. He's inside the 30, and he gets down to the 29-yard line of Bluefield. And you're right, they lightened up the box, and they ran right up off the right side.
Looks like a hold. It's coming back.
Yep, there is a penalty flag, and there might be a reason why that hold was there, but they did lighten the box anyway. So they will catch
flag
Independence.
On the play.
It looks like for a hold. And you're all over. Eric, let me see that referee's license that you got. Did you pick that up on the way here?
I went and got it at referee's
referee's class, right?
Yes.
Well, you've been all over it. And actually, you have said it right as the officials have called it, so you've been right with the officials.
I don't want to call the young man's number, but right at the point of attack, 70. It's either 76 or 75. Held on. And the thing was, the play, he was continuing to block it. The play was actually past him.
So the penalty brings the ball back to midfield. Independence had it on the 40. The ball comes back to midfield. And now they've got to get 16 yards on 3rd down to keep it alive. Green to throw. Pressure comes off the edge. Got one-on-one coverage. Got a man out there, and it is caught for a first down inside the 15-yard line as K.J. Byers steps up, and he hauls in a throw from Brock Green, and Independence in business again inside the 15.
Beautiful route combo right there, and Byers knows what to do as he gets behind the defense for a big play. And, every catch that he's made during the season is either produced a touchdown or a first down. He's a big play kind of player.
That'll get the ball down to the Bluefield 14. Last week, Byers caught a couple of passes for touchdowns. There's a flag comes in as that play's going to go for virtually no gain, but there's a flag came in almost right as soon as the ball was spotted. They're going to get maybe a hold again on Independence. But you're right, K.J. Byers, Eric, has really stepped up. Like I said, he caught 2 touchdowns in the route last week against Scott, and that one a huge connection. And Green delivered it right there over the shoulder, and Byers able to get it for a first down.
False start, okay.
So that'll cost Independence 5 yards and take the ball back to the 19, make it 1st and 15.
And both these quarterbacks, you have to make sure your offensive, your wideouts are set.
First down, ball at the 19-yard line.
So from the 19, it'll be 1st and 15 for Independence. They'll overload to the top of the screen. Green takes the snap. They'll run the ball. Nelson just trying to find some running room, and that time Bluefield shuts the door, and there's no way to run there, and it'll be 2nd long coming up.
And that's the first time really that the Bluefield defense has been able to, so to speak, win the line of scrimmage at the point of attack that time, Maris.
Yeah, they'll give him to the 18. Clock turning. We're getting ready to go under 9 minutes for the half. From the Bluefield 18. Green takes the shotgun snap. It'll be a running play. Once again, Nelson, he's inside the 15. He plows forward and gets down to about the 12-yard line.
Nelson, the ball carrier.
So it'll be fourth down call here, 4th and 8?
Will be third down.
3rd and 8.
Well, they've got, 3rd and 8. Yeah, they got to get the ball down to the 4-yard line. Ball's at the 12, maybe closer to the 11.
So I'm thinking 2-down territory here. Definitely.
Actually, the ball is probably closer to the 11-yard line. Yeah, I don't think they're thinking field goal at all. I'm with you. No. They're thinking 2 plays.
2 plays to score.
And, of course, they can get a first down. Yeah, they can get a first down without a touchdown. And they still got plenty of time on the play clock with 25 seconds left on the play clock. Brock Green surveys the defense, takes the snap, looks to throw, slant, and it's broken up. That's a nice defensive play by Bluefield. And that'll bring up a 4th down play. And now let's see what Independence. Now they will send out the field goal team. And I think, Eric, this is good because they didn't make any yardage, and I think it's good that they'll send out the field goal team here. So the 10th play of the drive will bring up a field goal attempt. And let's see, they'll put the ball down at the 19 to make this a 29-yard field goal attempt. So Independence trying to tack a 3-on. And it'll be covered from 29. And the kick's on its way. It looks good. And it is good. So Independence, 3 possessions, 3 scores. 8:06 left in the half. Your new score is Independence 17. Bluefield nothing. We'll take a break. Be right back here on Video Productions.
You have a goal. You know what you want. Start with us. New River Community and Technical College, your community college. Take classes online or in a classroom in Beaver, Lewisburg, Summersville, or Princeton. Or step outside the classroom in one of our technical or health programs. Find flexible and affordable options to help you reach your goal. It's closer than you think when you start with us. New River Community and Technical College. Apply today.
I never thought this would happen.
When disaster takes control of your life, we got you. Get it back with a single call to the team that shows up fast to make things right. Serve Pro, like it never even happened.
Colder days are coming. Replace those old drafty windows and doors now. Call Window World of Beckley today. 1-800-WINDOW WORLD.
Ready for the ensuing kickoff, Eric. 3 possessions, 3 scores, 2 touchdowns, and now a field goal. That 29-yard field goal makes it 17-0 in favor of Independence.
Yeah, Independence firmly in the driver's seat in this first half of football. And if you're Bluefield, you need a much-needed score.
Here's a short kick, and it'll be returned across the 35-yard line, and that was Simon. And Bluefield will have it 1st and 10 on their own 36-yard line. So Bluefield, in their 2 previous possessions, they fumbled, which eventually turned into an Independence touchdown, and they had a nice drive, a 13-play drive, and they got stopped on 4th and 2.
Yeah, and that was the big, I think, play of the first half, because if you're Bluefield, you needed to get that and come away with some points. Didn't like the particular play call, but that's another story. And they have to cash in with some points here on this drive.
Yeah, that last drive for Independence started on their own 9-yard line, and they turned it into points. Now here's Bluefield. Simpson to throw on 1st and 10 from own 36. Got a man out there. It is caught. This might go the distance inside the 20. And no, Independence able to run him down inside the 15. But a huge play is that time Calhoun able to get free, and a beautiful throw by Simpson.
Yeah, and if we can get the replay dialed up here, Maris, he stood in the pocket, delivered a strike. And I think the juggling of the ball right there really slowed up the wide out for Bluefield, and Independence able to recover. But here's where the yards get tough against this defense. When you can't really run the ball, your routes are shorter, your time to get the ball off decreases as well.
Biggest play of the night for the Beavers. They run the ball up inside. They get the ball inside the 10 as they move the pile, and a good gain on 1st down, and a nice run that time by Jones. Jeremiah Jones with the carry. But yeah, you're right, Eric. I thought that was going to be a touchdown, but you're right. When the receiver, Calhoun, juggled the ball, you're right, it slowed him up a bit.
It slowed him up just enough for the defense to recover and Wade to stay in it if you're Independence, because the way your defense is playing, you definitely can try to hold the Beavers out here.
So from the 8-yard line, They can get a first down at the 3. 8 from a touchdown. They're going to throw the ball here in the flat. It's caught and get up inside the 5.
Great open field tackle.
Saved a touchdown.
Really from the defender. I'm going to look. The linebacker had to make that play, as you said, Marisol. That was going to go in for a touchdown. That linebacker was, I think it was 28 or 29. We have a 28. Looked like David Steele.
That was a great play. So for Bluefield, they have the ball at the 5. So 2 yards for the first down, 5 for the touchdown. And this would be big as we go under 6.5 for the first half, and Bluefield down 17-0. They need something right here from the 5. Simpson waits on the shotgun snap, takes the snap to throw, throws near side. It's broken up, and it'll bring up 4th down. So 4th down, and like I said, they can get a first down, Eric, without getting a touchdown.
Yeah, and right there, that was a play where the wide receiver has to come down with the ball.
So they have the ball on the 5-yard line. They can pick up a first down without getting a touchdown, and Bluefield's going to take a timeout, I think, and talk about it. And they are, because this is such a big play, Eric, with 6:17 left in the half and down. Bluefield is 17-0. So we're going to tell you that tonight's game is brought to you by Pasquale's Italian Restaurant, and they have all your favorite Italian dishes plus sandwiches, salads, and seafood. They have catering and private parties available. You can book your event at 304-255-5253. Also, the game tonight is brought to you by Allstate Insurance. And you're in good hands with Allstate, and you're in good hands with Lori Richmond as your agent. She's my agent, takes care of me. She'll take care of you. 304-252-8646. Also, the game tonight brought to you by Spartan Factory, located in Beckley. They have T-shirts, team uniforms, bags, hats, banners, all the works, especially this nice video production shirts that Eric and I and our stat man Chris Parrish are wearing tonight. And you can check them out at SpartanFactoryWV.com. Well, Eric, what kind of play you think we're going to get here? Last time Bluefield was in this situation, 4th down, they ran the Wildcat or the Beaver, and Independent stuffed it. But I don't think they do that this time.
No, I think you keep your quarterback on the field because you got to have that run pass, at least the threat of throwing a quick pass here. But I think something slant-wise from the left side of the field, the top of your screen, try to get something quick.
Here's Simpson, waits on the snap. It's a running play up inside, and I'm not sure he got there. I don't believe he did. I think Independence is going to stuff it, and they will. So for the second time, Bluefield had punched the ball down close to the Independence goal line, and Independence turns them away on downs.
Yeah, and another great defensive stand. This Independence team really came to play tonight defensively, and the play call
So, the last 2 drives have been 18 plays.
Yes.
And Bluefield has moved the ball, and they hit big plays. But like you said, Eric, when they get down inside that tight area, they're not able to punch it in. And Independence winning the war up front turns them away for the second time.
Yeah, 2 big defensive plays. That's a 10-point swing earlier, and this could turn it. If it turns into points here, you're Bluefield. You have to get off the field here in the next couple series.
From their own 4-yard line, they'll hand the ball to Silas Nelson. He's got some running room to the outside, and he's got a nice gain out over the 10-yard line and gets Independence a little bit more breathing room.
Yeah, just hard. Nelson, I've said it a number of times. He really makes the offense go because you can't have a light box. You have to really play man coverage outside, and you have to honor the run. If you look at Bluefield now, they have 8 people in the box.
2nd down and 2. They'll go again, first down run. This could be a big play, and it is a big play out over the 30 and out to the 31-yard line, and another Independence first down. And right now, Independence is just crushing Bluefield at the point of attack.
Yeah, point of attack, and that's even with a heavy box right there. I mean, Nelson knows what to do once he gets him to the second level.
So to get the ball out, it's a 19-yard pickup out to the 31-yard line. Silas Nelson's got both Independence touchdowns tonight, and he has been the workhorse on the ground for the Patriots. 1st and 10 for Independence at their own 31-yard line. Coming up on the 5-minute mark of the first half. Green with the pistol set. They'll run it again. Nelson comes to the near side, trying to turn it up. Not much running room there as it gains maybe a yard or 2. That's about it.
And that's the best that Bluefield's really strung a run out and played good defense, sound defense there.
They'll give him 2 out to the 33-yard line. When you get a minute, Eric, we'll see if we can update our viewers on some scores.
Yeah, we have them right now. I'm looking at the AA ranks, which both of these teams are in. Frankfort, the number 2 team in AA, is on the road at North Garrett, Maryland, and they leave 6-0 in the second quarter.
So here's a 2nd and 8 for Independence. Green from the gun. Going to keep it himself. Gets behind that line, follows forward, and gets across the 35-yard line. And there's a flag that came in right at the end of that play.
Yeah, maybe a little tug on the face mask.
I couldn't see because it came right into the, like I said, right at the end of the play, right into the pile.
Oh, well, Bluefield's clapping like it's against the
again,
Independence Patriots.
We'll see. It's the official will say holding on Independence. And that will negate a nice little run by Green. Like I said, it came really late as Green.
Late in
and like I said, it came right in the pile as Green fell across the 35-yard line. So the penalty will negate, which would have been a decent gain and made it, 3rd and manageable. And the penalty will bring the ball back inside the 30, back to the 27-yard line. It'll be 2nd down still, though. Green will work from the shotgun to throw. The pressure comes, they pick it up. Green sets, throws, and it's a little high. It's almost intercepted. They had 2 players look like a crossing route there, Eric, and kind of 2 players kind of almost ran into one another.
One player brought the other defender to the party.
So it'll bring up 3rd down. The clock will stop on the incompletion. 4:17 left in the half. At halftime, we'll recap the first half. Chris Ferris has stats. We'll have scores from the other games.
Okay, Mayor, so look at the top of the screen. Vires is in the slot.
Green
They're
to
throw. They're going
throw.
to go to him.
With time. Throws the deep ball. Got Linksweiler, and he overshot him. And that was pretty good coverage. That would have been hard to squeeze that one in there. So, Eric, we're going to see maybe something we're not used to seeing.
A punt.
A punt. Like, what is that?
I feel like I'm watching the Indiana at the Colts.
Yeah.
They've only punted one time.
I mean, really. And this is our 5th year covering video productions, and I think, honestly, can say I bet we haven't seen 10 punts in 4.5 years of covering Independence.
And, we always said early on that Independence is weak. Their weakest thing was their punt team because they never punted.
So going back for Bluefield will be Calhoun. He'll be on the far side, and here on the near side, that looks like that's Simon. Here comes the kick. And that's a nice kick, and it'll go out it'll hit on the 40 and then go out of bounds.
Probably 38?
Well, the good thing, there's no return.
Oh, smart kick. Hey, kick it away from the playmakers. And
so Bluefield will take over on their own 38-yard line. Bluefield's got 2 timeouts, 4:06 to work with, and Bluefield trails in the ball game 17-0.
Okay, I'm going to give you some more AA scores here. Independence, a foe that they scrimmaged. Chapmanville was on the road at AA Williamstown, and Chapmanville's up 19-0. North Marion, another 3A school, playing at Lincoln, up 14-3. Midland Trail 7, Summers County 0.
So Bluefield has it 1st and 10 on their own 38-yard line. Max Simpson came into the ball game completing 65% of his passes, 10 touchdowns, 4 interceptions. Simpson waits on the shotgun snap as he puts the man in motion. Takes the snap. Steps up into the pocket. Throwing the deep ball. Got one-on-one coverage out there, and that's incomplete. That's just good coverage. Just nowhere for Simpson able to complete that pass.
I love how he climbed the pocket, though, and he's got a rocket for an arm, but well defended. I think he should have looked to his check down guy. His check down guy, with all the goals, was out in the flat for what could have been a big gainer. So I'm sure his coaches will tell him to look that way. You can't get off 17 points in one play.
And I'm sure Independence is thinking, just don't give up the big play.
Yeah, exactly right. And they had that. It was well defensed that time.
So it'll be 2nd and 10 for Bluefield on their own 38-yard line. 15 seconds on the play clock. They seem a little kind of disheveled or maybe kind of confused here. 7 on the play clock. Here comes the blitz. Now, actually, they get out of the blitz. They'll throw short. It's caught for the 1st down across midfield, like you said before, Eric, and that's going to be a 1st down, and that's a nice reception by Pax Calhoun. And there's an injured Bluefield player down. And that might be Calhoun who made
on
the
catch.
catch.
It was this is one of those things, and we talk about it a lot. The play's going on. And once the forward progress is stopped, whistle.
Yep. So while they attend to Calhoun, it'll be a 1st and 10 for Bluefield. We'll take a quick break. Be right back on Video Productions.
Direct Choice Pre-Owned Auto Sales is a proud supporter of all our area middle school and high school athletics. Direct Choice Pre-Owned Auto Sales keeps a huge selection of cars, trucks, and SUVs with some of the best prices in southern West Virginia. We also have several lenders for your financing needs. Direct Choice Pre-Owned Auto Sales and your student athletes, a winning combination.
For 50 years, Little General Stores has proudly served West Virginia, fueling families, friends, and communities across the Mountain State. To celebrate our golden...
So it'll be a 1st and 10 for Bluefield at the Independence 46 as Calhoun's able to make it off the field on his own power. They'll put the man in motion, and they're going to throw that way. It is caught. There's some running room with some blockers out there, and it's a nice gain near a first down, and he might have it, Eric, as he gets the ball down to the Independence 36 and maybe right to the line to gain.
So I don't want to talk like I'm a coach, but isn't that the same exact check down play that I told you about? And I think the coaches saw that. It was hard for the defensive end or the outside linebacker to really get to that play, and that's something they may be able to go back to.
They'll give him 9 and get the ball down to the Independence 37-yard line, make it 2nd and 1, and now you can take a shot at the end zone maybe.
Well, and the thing is, I think the short pass game has to be an extension of the run game for this Bluefield team. You're not going to line up and run it at this front 4 for Independence.
Under 3 minutes remaining in the half. Here's a running play to the edge. That's a first down as he breaks through a tackle. Nice hard run to the left side by Jones. Jeremiah Jones picks up a first down inside the 30 to the Independence 27-yard line. So that's a 10-yard gain, and the clock will stop momentarily to set the chains. And we got a penalty flag at the end of the play. So this could be a dead ball foul. Let's see what we got here.
I don't know if it's going to be unsportsmanlike.
It is on Bluefield, and that'll be after the play. So the first down should stand, and then they'll tack 15 yards, move them back.
Yeah, because it was a dead ball penalty. And that's what you can't have.
Yeah,
you got to have some discipline. That's costly.
Real costly. And, like we said, Bluefield has moved the ball. They just haven't been able to put it in the end zone. And this penalty is going to take the ball all the way back across the 40 and put the ball at the 42-yard line.
15-yard penalty.
That's a huge penalty there, unsportsmanlike conduct after the play. So it'll be first down. And not only will it be first down, but I don't think it's going to be 1st and 10. It won't be. It'll be 1st and 25.
Yeah, it will, because
it's a dead ball.
It's after
he picked up the first down.
Exactly.
So they got to get the ball to it's first down and 25 at the Independence 42-yard line.
Hey, the safeties are up tight again. Look for something in the middle of the field deep here.
Simpson.
Unless they're showing and then backing.
Waits on the shotgun snap. Simpson looks.
He's missing his.
He's going to run the ball, and he'll able to scramble for a couple of yards. He gets inside the 40. And let's see where they put him down at. He's just shy of the 35.
Yeah, and Simpson, I think that was run all the way. He didn't survey the field. He had his wideout running free in the middle of the field.
So he picked up 5, and he's going to need 20 yards on second down. Of course, he doesn't have to get them all on this play.
Exactly right, and I think he's just trying to, get a little more breathing room here, so to speak. But this Independence team, they've defended between the 20s. Not so good, but once you get into the red zone,
they've been really good.
They've been really good.
Yeah. So we're getting ready to go under 2 minutes for the half. Simpson takes the snap. They're going to run the ball. They try to lighten the box and just really know where to run. They get a couple yards to the 35 of Independence, and they'll bring up third down.
And this is where Independence defensive front is at its best, especially the D ends, Riddle and Laxton and all those guys can really pin their ears back and go after the quarterback, because you on the back end if you can get to the quarterback fast enough, it makes your secondary that much better.
Independence made a 29-yard field goal last time they had it. Let's see if Bluefield can pick up half the yards and maybe put themselves in position to try to kick a field goal. They go empty. They go down the seam, got a man open, and went right through his hands. He was open. They had the receiver right up the seam, and that brought a little too much smoke on it.
Yeah, a little too much heat on that one. That's one he wishes he had back, because that was wide open. You make that catch, that you waltz in the end zone.
They almost got to go for it here. That'd be too far for a field goal, too close to punt.
Yeah, and definitely with 1:16 to go, I think you get the ball the second half, so you really need to at least try to pick up the first down.
That penalty was really critical. It really hurt Bluefield. Because if they don't make it here, Independence still got good field position and time.
And timeouts.
Yes. So they'll go empty on 4th down. Pressure comes. They force Simpson out of the pocket. He throws. He's got a man. It's caught. It's a first down inside the 10 to the 5. Is he in? I believe he is, or is he shy of the goal line? He looked like he broke the plane of the goal line. I don't see a signal yet. Are they calling it a touchdown?
Are they calling him down?
I never saw the official give the indication that it was a touchdown. Bluefield thinks they've scored. He looked like he scored to me, but I never saw the officials give the touchdown signal.
I never saw a signal. It's up.
I never saw a signal.
No signal, but they're lining up for the extra point.
For the extra point. And Eric, I thought actually it was a touchdown, but I never saw the official ever give the indication. But on a 4th down play, the point after, it looks good. And it is good. So Bluefield, a much-needed touchdown with 1:06 left in the half, as they get a 35-yard touchdown pass, and they get back in the game. And let's see if we can get the replay on that, because I had to see who actually caught it. But watch the official. I never see the official give the touchdown. Could you see the number there? Let's see.
8.
So that is Simon, who makes the reception from 35 yards out. So that's a 62-yard drive in 8 plays and gets Bluefield back in the ball game as they cut the Independence lead now to 17-7 with 1:06 left in the half. And Eric, still time for Independence, and they got 2 timeouts in which to work with.
Yeah, and the thing is, right before halftime here, if you're Bluefield, you gave up a big kickoff return. First kickoff of the game.
Yeah, the opening kickoff.
You don't want to give this quick strike offense, that type of field position. You want to make them put them back where they may play a little conservative.
Yeah, and Bluefield probably should have had a touchdown on 3rd down, and they missed it. And then they were able to came back and score on 4th down.
And you're right, and it was too much heat on that seam route, because you saw it. If he catches that, he walks in the end zone.
So maybe a little momentum for Bluefield if they can hold Independence here in the next 1:06.
A little momentum. Anytime you can score. You knocked on the door, twice?
Right. Here comes the ensuing kickoff with 1:06 left in the half. And it's going to be right down the middle. It's going to be short, and actually that turned out to be pretty good. No return as Laxton gets on it, and Independence will start from their own 30-yard line.
Kickoff return down by Jason Laxton.
So Independence with 1:05 left until halftime. We'll have
2 timeouts.
2 timeouts, and look for them to try to put it up here a couple of times.
And if you're Bluefield, you know that. You're like, you can't give up the big play.
You can't give up the big play, but you also – Independence is quick strike with that run game. You can't give Nelson anything.
25, 30-yard run.
You can't.
Yeah.
And he's more than capable of breaking loose anytime.
Or a little short pass that can go throw it for 5 and go for 60. So it'll be 1st and 10 for Independence on their own 30. They got 2 timeouts left. They lead in the ball game 17-7. Independence number 1 coming in AA.
You have man coverage, and I don't think the safety's deep enough.
And there's a 5-6-yard run by Nelson. Bluefield's number 3, and they'll get the ball out to the 36-yard line and pick up 6 on the play. Actually, they'll give him 6 on the play. Out to the 36, 2nd down and 4. Clock turning, 45 seconds and counting remaining in the first half. Green gets the snap. They'll run the ball again. Nelson, he falls forward. He's got a 1st down. The clock will stop momentarily to move the chains out to the 41-yard line.
And that shows you how much – and this is not a give-up possession right here. This is what Independence did that first drive, because the Nelson this young man can really break one. I think he's like an old-school John Riggins that really can get after it. A scramble.
Here's Green scrambling, throws. The ball is short hopped and incomplete as they force Green out of the pocket that time.
And I really think that's what you have to do with Brock Green. You have to get him what I call off his mark. You let him stay in the pocket, he'll pick you apart. You have to make him move and slide. I don't think he throws the ball as well once flushed from the pocket.
And the clock
he gets his feet set, he'll pick you apart.
The clock will stop on the incompletion with 25 seconds left in the half. Independence has 2 timeouts still in their pocket. 2nd and 10 from their own 41.
Something up top here, partner?
Green. They'll run the ball to Nelson. Try to see if they can break one. They get the ball up over the 45 to the 46. They'll probably call a timeout. They will. And with the Green,
flag.
And we do have a penalty flag. Eric, referee Thomas here tonight. You've been all over, partner. The heavy hitter, Mr. Nick Eskins, producing and directing. Jackie Moon on camera. Chris Farish and Will Farish on stats. And this is going to be a penalty, looks like, against Independence.
And I think Independence is going to take a timeout here.
Yeah. And now, Eric, you go a little bit more conservative since you have the penalty that's going to back you up. Back you up back inside the 35. Well, we'll take a quick 30-second break. We'll be right back here on Video Productions.
Here we grow again. Pioneer Community Bank is proud to offer a network of banks right here in our communities. By offering you more locations, Pioneer continues to meet all your banking needs where you are. Please stop by our new Harper Road location. We are truly investing in Southern West Virginia. Pioneer Community Bank. Friendly service, great products. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
There's a place where innovation becomes
I want to thank the fine folks at Giovanni's Pizza for providing our pregame meal. Mamma mia! If you're not Italian going in, you'll be Italian coming out. 2 locations anytime we're here at Independence at Leicester Square in Sophia, or when we're down at Liberty down in Glendaniel, West Virginia. All right, Eric, out of the timeout. Independence has 1 timeout left. The penalty takes the ball all the way back to the 31-yard line. They have 17 seconds left, and I don't know. I think if Independence, I'd maybe just try to run it and see if you break one. And if not, just be content to go in the locker room with a 10-point lead. Let's see what they do. They will run the ball. It's Nelson. He turns the corner. He's up over the 40. They run him out of bounds. He gets out to the 43-yard line. He got 12 on the play.
1st and 10, Patriots.
And that will be – no, that should not be a first down. He's got to go across midfield to pick up a first down, so it should be 3rd down. The PA guy mentioned it was a first down, but no, not nearly close enough. They got to cross midfield and get to the 49 of Bluefield. And with 12 seconds left, what do you think? They might try to pass here.
I think you at least have to look.
So here's Green from the shotgun, takes the snap, sits in the pocket, trying to throw the home run ball. One-on-one coverage. It's going to be picked off, I believe. Nope, almost picked off and broken up. And now Independence will have to do something in a game we haven't seen, and that not only for the first time, but for the second time. 2 punts and a half, not just in a game and a half. We rarely see that.
Yeah, can we watch the replay? Well played by the defender. Not only did he, run stride for stride, but when you're taught to look at their eyes. When the wide out looked back, he turned around and found the ball. As you can see right here, Maris, at the point of attack, he turned into the receiver, actually.
And, Eric, the way this game was going, it looked like Independence was going to deliver the knockout punch and got up 17-0. Bluefield scored. You can kind of tell the momentum maybe into the locker room a little bit with Bluefield.
Well, the thing is, if you're Bluefield, you can go in and preach, hey, we took their best punch, and let's see.
They're just going to run the clock out, and that's going to be the half. That's the end of the first half, and they did not want to punt, and that's a smart play by Coach Lilly as teams will make their way to the locker room. So at the break, it's Independence 17. Now, what are they saying? Change of possession. There shouldn't be any time left.
No time.
Yeah, so the officials are blowing it dead, but there's no way there's time left.
There's no way. It was 4 seconds.
Yeah, there was 4 seconds left when he
did he down it with 1 second? Well, they'll get the ball right there.
Well, we're going to have a discussion here.
They will, because once you give up, if he was down with 1 second left,
yeah, if he's down with 1 second, Bluefield will get the ball around the 30-yard line. But I wasn't really watching the clock, Eric, so I don't know if that's the case. The officials are discussing it, and let's see. This is a huge call. Let's see if we can get that on replay to see when he actually took the knee. And now they're going to say that's the half. So that's the end of the first half, and there's a big sigh of relief. Big sigh of relief on the Independence side, that's for sure. Yes, it is.
Moment. Stand up there till you.
Yes, till you hear the horn,
right? You hear the horn.
So at the break, Independence leads 17-7. We'll take our second quarter break, come back and get you ready for our halftime show coming up next here on Video Productions.
We gave a future driver a first look and asked what he thinks makes a good truck. These trucks aren't just for today's drivers, they're for future ones too.
There's a compartment here, great leather seats, a bunch of charging ports, has everything pretty much.
Now it's your turn.
Since I'm too young to do business in the front, I have to do party in the back.
Come to Midstate Ford and drive off in a new truck, cool enough to earn backseat approval. Midstate Ford, home of the Big John deals.
Before you hit the Hatfield-McCoy trails, fuel up the way West Virginians do, at Little General Stores. We're proud to be part of your ride. Rooted in West Virginia and built for the back roads. Little General Stores. Fuel your adventure the West Virginia way.
There's a place where innovation becomes transformation, where you'll find that education is not just about learning, but about being excited to learn. A place to feel at home. Pursue dreams and prepare for careers. Build lifelong friendships. And a place where you'll be encouraged and mentored along your journey. Discover your future. Get ready to soar. The University of Charleston.
Hey, grab me one too.
I never thought this would happen.
When disaster takes control of your life, we got you. Get it back with a single call to the team that shows up fast to make things right. Serve Pro, like it never even happened.
Direct Choice Pre-Owned Auto Sales is a proud supporter of all our area middle school and high school athletics. Direct Choice Pre-Owned Auto Sales keeps a huge selection of cars, trucks, and SUVs with some of the best prices in southern West Virginia. We also have several lenders for your financing needs. Direct Choice Pre-Owned Auto Sales and your student athletes, a winning combination.
And we welcome you back to Independence High School. You can hear the Independence High School band. I beg your pardon, that might be the Bluefield band. Yep, that is the Bluefield band down below us as they are serenading the home stands as we've got quite a game here. 17-7 is the lead for Independence, and how it got that way. Independence scored, Eric, the first 3 times they had the ball after a nice opening kickoff return by Bradbury. Independence needed only 3 plays to go, 49 yards, and it was a 32-yard run by Nelson. The PAT good, 7-0. Then Bluefield was driving. They turned it over on looked like a bad snap, and that ball, it was not funny for Bluefield, but just funny the way it happened. That ball like it bounced around like a basketball all over the field before Nelson picked it up and ran about 17 yards and got the ball in position to the Bluefield 33. 3 plays later, Nelson, his second touchdown from 11 yards out. It was 14-0. And then after Independence stopped Bluefield on a 4th and 2 from the 9-yard line, Independence took over, drove the ball down, and able to get a 29-yard field goal and take a 17-0 lead. But then right before halftime, Bluefield able to score as they go 62 yards in 8 plays, and they get a 35-yard touchdown pass as it was Simpson as he hooked up with one of his wide receivers there, Simon, and they got the PAT. So at the break, 17-7 is the lead. And Eric, your overall take, it looked like that Independence was really dominant, but it's only a 10-point lead.
Yeah, only a 10-point lead. And the thing that I get out of the first half is Independence didn't defend very well between the 20 and 20. But the 2 biggest stops of the contest happened inside what we call the red zone or the scoring zone, inside the 20 and the 10.
Yeah.
And one, I think the stop was because of Coach Fred. I didn't like the play call. The other one, it was just they just were better at the point of attack, that being Independence. And I think Independence is really Bluefield, is really are lucky to only be down 17-7 because it felt like Independence was about to run away with the game. And them getting that touchdown right before half, let's see what they cook up here at halftime.
And I think that's what Freddie Simon's telling his group, 17-7, they were on the ropes, maybe going to get TKO'd or knocked out of the ring, and they were able to come back. And now, like you said, they had a couple chances to score inside the 10. They didn't do it, but now it's only a 10-point game. And it just seemed to me the flow of that game that Independence would be ahead like 30-7.
Yeah, and it seemed though like Independence fed off the energy, right? They fed off the energy, like home crowd was in it.
Right.
They were rocking and rolling, ran it down their throat, get the ball, get the big stop, get the ball back, cram it down their throats again. And then as Independence has done, even in that Herbert Hoover game. I think the coaches will get them. I think they really need to choke a team out.
Yeah.
You know,
they
once you have them,
a little bit.
they kind of relax a little bit. And you knew Bluefield, they're well coached and they have a few athletes too. And it only takes one missed tackle, like in that passing game.
Right.
You misplay the ball, you miss it. Then it's 17-7. Just like that.
Yeah, because Bluefield, they got tons of athletes too. All right, we're going to take our first halftime break. When we come back, Eric will give you the numbers of the first half. At the break, Independence leads Bluefield 17-7. You're watching live streaming coverage of exciting high school football here on Video Productions.
When you're in need of a plumber, you want someone that's going to treat you like family. Modley's Plumbing and Heating, a family-owned business since 1987, wants you to know our customers and employees are as important as family. Built by family to families, quality work is our hallmark at Modley's Plumbing and Heating. So the next time you're in need of a plumber, give Modley's Plumbing and Heating a call at 304-253-HELP. Help to Modley's means handling every little problem.
He's a Greenbrier buyer. She's a Greenbrier buyer. They're Greenbrier buyers. And we want to make you a Greenbrier buyer too. At Greenbrier Automotive, we'll do whatever we can to make your car buying experience the best it can be. From providing outstanding service to offering a huge selection to choose from, all with the best deals possible. Visit one of our 7 area dealerships soon or shop over 800 vehicles on greenbrierautomotive.com.
Access Health began as a small clinic with a simple yet powerful purpose: to care for our neighbors right here at home. From the very beginning, it was about people showing up for each other, building trust, and staying connected. Today, Access Health is serving thousands across southern West Virginia. But what makes us different isn't just the care we provide, it's who provides it. Our team was born here, trained here, and lives here. This is what community looks like. This is Access Health, by the community, for the community, always.
Hey, grab me one too.
For 50 years, Little General Stores has proudly served West Virginia, fueling families, friends, and communities across the Mountain State. To celebrate our golden anniversary, we're giving away $50,000 to thank you, our loyal customers. Little General Stores, 50 years strong and just getting started.
I never thought this would happen.
When disaster takes control of your life, we got you. Get it back with a single call to the team that shows up fast to make things right. Serve Pro, like it never even happened.
And we welcome you back to Coal City, West Virginia, here at Independence High School. Maris Lowry, Eric Thomas. We have the heavy hitter, Mr. Nick Eskins, producing and directing. Jackie Moon on camera, Chris and Will Farish on stats. Tonight's game is brought to you in part by State Farm Insurance. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. And Scotty Brown is your local State Farm agent. You can dial him up at Shady Spring, West Virginia at 681-238-6130. Also, the game tonight is brought to you in part by Exit Elevation. If you're in the market to buy or sell your house, you can reach out to Luke Richmond, the broker, Steve Morgan, the associate broker. You can check them out on their website at exitelevationwv.com. Also, the game tonight is brought to you by Heather Cantley, your Edward Jones financial advisor. She's my financial advisor, and she can be yours. She helped me settle into retirement. She can help you as well. She's got a new location at Harper Road in Beckley. You can reach out to Heather at 681-254-0097. And also the game brought to you in part by Hart's Cabinets. They're located in MacArthur, West Virginia, and they have quality custom cabinets, and they're a proud sponsor of local sports. 304-252-2917. At the break, 17-7 the lead for Independence. And Eric, you have the numbers of the first half.
Yeah, 17-7 lead, as you stated, with Independence on top. Total yards, though, the Bluefield Beavers, and we thought this wouldn't surprise you, that Bluefield has 230 total yards to 216 for Independence, and both of them are doing it differently. Independence has 144 yards rushing on the night, but 153 yards on the ground by Nelson, who has 17 carries and 2 touchdowns. The negative play at the end of the half did not help Brock Green's stats for running back 20 yards to nil it. And through the air, though, Independence has kind of struggled. But I wouldn't say they struggled. They only threw it 9 times because they didn't have to really put the ball up in the air. But Brock Green is 3 of 9 for 72 yards. He started out 2 of 3 and then had 6 straight incompletions to end the half. Leading the way receiving is KJ Vyers, 1 catch for 37 yards. And I think in the second half, they need to look for him a little more. He's always open, it seems. For Bluefield, Simpson has done it all through the air offensively for him. He's 10 of 15 for 174 yards and 1 score. Surprisingly, they rushed for a net 56 yards, but their leading rusher was Wilson, who got carted off with 8 carries for 29 yards. And Jones came in, has 5 carries for 19 yards. But they really spread the ball through the air. Calhoun, 2 catches, 67 yards. Simon, 2 catches, 37 yards, and a touchdown. Smith, 4 catches for 50 yards. And Jackson, 2 for 20. So he's really spread the wealth.
Yeah, if you look at the drive charts for Bluefield, first possession, a fumble, then on downs twice as Independence slammed the door. Each time they're deep in Independence territory, 1 on the 9-yard line, 1 on the 5-yard line, and then their last drive, Bluefield gets a touchdown. So Bluefield only had the ball 4 times in that first half. Independence had it 5, I guess technically 6 if you count that very last drive. I guess you have to count that. They were able to score on their first 3 possessions, a couple of touchdowns and a field goal. Then they punted the ball, and then actually they had the half. So actually they had the ball 5 times. So Independence had the ball 5 times, and Bluefield had it 4 in the first half.
And the difference in the score really is that extra possession, right?
Right.
Because you can't lay it on the carpet and give Independence, and Independence cashed in. So they lead the turnover battle 1-0 and 7-0 on the scoreboard.
Right, and they stopped them twice inside.
In the red zone.
Once at the 9, once at the 5.
Yes.
So there in I guess lies the score of what makes it 17-7. Still anybody's game in the second half. You got to believe that if you watch this first half, you're thinking, wow, Independence really outplayed Bluefield. And that's what Independence might be thinking, hey, look, we really outplayed them, and we think we can go out there and take care of business. On the flip side, Bluefield's thinking, look, we didn't play our best football. We got stopped twice inside the 10. We fumbled the ball, and we're still only down by 10 points.
And stay the course, right?
Yes.
Hey, let's spread them out. Let's try to get it to our athletes. Independence, though, matches up well athletically, but it only takes 1 missed tackle, 1 misplay on the ball, as it happened with their score. That was third, forever?
Right. It was 4th down.
It was 4th down.
Fourth
and forever.
Because they missed the 3rd down seam route. It was 4th down.
Remember, that was a play when it was first down.
And they got the penalty.
So it was 1st and 25. So you were looking at 3rd and 14.
Yeah. And
it was a 3rd and 14
and then it was 4th down.
And 14.
4th and 14. Yeah, and then, of course, Bluefield will get the ball to start the second half.
Yeah, exactly right. So this is going to – I'm anxious to see both of these well-coached ball teams. This is a key first possession, for Bluefield, to at least flip the field. You played a lot better defensively when you had Independence did have the 91-yard drive, but it took 12.
But it ended in a field goal.
It ended in the field goal. So once you made them play, to really drive the ball down the field, you fared better defensively.
Well, at the break, Independence leads 17-7. That is the Independence band out there now that is playing in front of this huge crowd here at Coal City. And, of course, up here at Independence, they've only lost 1 home game over the last 4 years. And you and I were here, Eric. Princeton's the only team that's beaten them here going on 4.5 years. So they've had a lot to cheer about here at home. And they lead here at the break 17-7. We'll be right back as our halftime continues here on Video Productions.
Hey, my name's Paige, and what makes the Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich original to me is the crispiness of the breading and the tenderness of the filet. It's tasty, it's warm, it's total satisfaction.
Hi, this is Tanya, and what makes the Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich original to me is that warm bun, the perfectly seasoned chicken, and that pickle. Woo! I love it. There's a taste of my childhood in every bite.
Summer's here, the Jeep is ready, and at Northside Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram Fiat, you're getting the best prices in southern West Virginia. Top off, doors open, sunshine pouring in. This is what summer freedom feels like. Your next adventure starts here at Northside Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram Fiat in Summersville, where everybody rides. Because summer's better with a Jeep and the best deal around.
If you're struggling with payroll problems, compliance confusion, or HR headaches, it's time to discover Compliance, the trusted solution for a healthier, stress-free business. With Compliance, you will experience faster, error-free payroll, effortless compliance with labor laws, and expert HR support and guidance. Don't let workplace stress take over. Ask your business if compliance is right for you. Side effects may include reduced stress, increased efficiency, improved morale, and a strong reliance on compliance. Consult Compliance today. Compliance, because a better business starts with a better you.
For 50 years, Little General Stores has proudly served West Virginia, fueling families, friends, and communities across the Mountain State. To celebrate our golden anniversary, we're giving away $50,000 to thank you, our loyal customers. Little General Stores, 50 years strong and just getting started.
I never thought this would happen.
When disaster takes control of your life, we got you. Get it back with a single call to the team that shows up fast to make things right. Serve Pro, like it never even happened.
There's a place where innovation becomes transformation, where you'll find that education is not just about learning, but about being excited to learn. A place to feel at home. Pursue dreams and prepare for careers. Build lifelong friendships. And a place where you'll be encouraged and mentored along your journey. Discover your future. Get ready to soar. The University of Charleston.
This fall, let the beauty of the season in without the chill. At Window World of Beckley, we bring comfort, style, and savings to your home. Our windows and doors are built to handle West Virginia's wild and wonderful weather, keeping the warmth in and the energy bills low. With energy-efficient windows, expert installations, and affordable financing options, it's time to upgrade. It's never been easier to fall in love with your home again. Call 1-800-WINDOW-WORLD today.
Who's the band director for Independence?
And we welcome you back to Coal City, West Virginia. At the break, Independence leading 17-7. We're at the halfway point of the regular season, week number 5. And, Eric, you have some scores for us.
Yeah, Greenbrier East has taken Oak Hill to the woodshed in the first half, 25-0 as they host the Oak Hill Red Devils. Herbert Hoover, former Independence foe, 33-0 at halftime over Point Pleasant. Princeton 13, Graham G-Men 7 at halftime. And man, this Bridgeport team is going to be tough to beat in the AAA ranks. They're up 49-0 over Robert Seaburg.
And you know what's amazing about that,
halftime?
Eric? Not only are they beating teams down again this year, but they lost almost their entire squad due to graduation from last year.
They lost the best lineman in the state.
Yeah, they lost like 30-some players. And you normally don't have that many seniors. That's how many seniors they had last year. It was like over 30, and they lost all those players, and they're continuing to be dominant in Class AAA.
And in the 4A ranks, Morgantown still up 14-0 over Spring Mills. University at number 1, Fairmont Senior in AAA. University handling them right now 21-7 in the third. George Washington on the road at Burnsville, Ohio, and George GW is losing 7-0. Willing Park playing St. Clairsville, Ohio, 14-7. Willing Park in the second quarter.
Well, Independence is back on the field as they make their way to the near sideline. Bluefield hasn't come out of the locker room. We're about 3 minutes away from starting the second half. We'll take a quick break and come back and get you ready for the second half with Independence leading Bluefield 17-7 here on Video Productions.
You have a goal. You know what you want. Start with us. New River Community and Technical College, your community college. Take classes online or in a classroom in Beaver, Lewisburg, Summersville, or Princeton. Or step outside the classroom in one of our technical or health programs. Find flexible and affordable options to help you reach your goal. It's closer than you think when you start with us. New River Community and Technical College. Apply today.
I never thought this would happen.
When disaster takes control of your life, we got you. Get it back with a single call to the team that shows up fast to make things right. Serve Pro, like it never even happened.
Colder days are coming. Replace those old drafty windows and doors now. Call Window 1-800-Window World.
To Coal City, West Virginia, as we're getting you ready the second half, and we're about 2.5 minutes away. So, Eric, if you were in the Bluefield locker room, if you were a fly on the wall, what might you heard Freddie Simon tell the truth?
Hey, you hung in there in the first half. You stuck around. There are big plays out there to be had, but we're going to have to do it in the passing game. So you're really going to have to really, I think, throw the ball down the field. You're just going to run a few running plays to try to keep the linebackers honest. And if you're Independence, you can really say, hey, we're going to go back to, let's get this first defensive stop, and let's go back and give them a heavy dose of Nelson. I look for Nelson to have upwards of 225 yards in this win if they are able to win the game.
One thing, Eric, I think we might see from Bluefield is use maybe that short passing game, trying to get their skilled people in space as an extension of their running
exactly
game.
Right, and that's the way to do it. And I thought a couple of times late they ran the motion and threw to the motion guy, and it was hard for
Independence to match their linebacker
up
right,
to it. Yeah,
right.
So look, it's a chess match, so we'll see what's going on, out here after half.
So we're about 1:40 as they count the clock down, and as we look ahead to next week, Tuesday night, we'll be back here at Independence for volleyball. It'll be a tri-match between Beckley, a 4A school, and then you have Greenbrier East, a 3A, and Independence, a AA. We'll have that. Next Thursday, we'll have the Battle of Beckley. And, Eric, I don't know if you'll be available because it's an early start at 6 o'clock Park in Beckley, Stratton. I'm not sure.
No, I'll let you and Mr. Bill handle that.
Okay, Bill O'Brien will join me for that. And Friday, I don't know where we'll be because there's multiple places we could be. We're thinking we might be at Greenbrier East next week when they play Shady, but we don't know that yet.
And we have to plug our
podcast.
We didn't get to do it this week. Our producer was out training, doing some other stuff, but we'll try to get that back out and cover the last couple of weeks of football.
Right, and the name of our podcast, you may not agree with us.
But
and
you can find us on Facebook, and we have a YouTube channel at Warden Broadcast Productions Network.
And also we have one of our best segments, The Barking Dog. And let me just go on record right here saying my barking dog, I'll take the Chiefs +3 this week.
Yeah, and I think I sent you mine. I'm going to go against a home dog, and it's not that big of a dog. They're 1.5-point dogs to the Bears, and that will be Geno Smith-led Las Vegas Raiders, and I'm going with them.
All right, ready to start the second half. Bluefield will get the ball, and they will work left to right on your screen. 17-7 the lead for Independence. Independence scored the first 3 times they had the ball. A couple of Silas Nelson touchdown runs and a 29-yard field goal by Cubbert has got the 17 points for Independence, and a 35-yard touchdown pass from Max Simpson to Tally Simon, and that's got Bluefield their lone touchdown. 17-7, still anybody's game as we're ready to start the third quarter. And let's see who Bluefield, they will drop back deep. Let's see, on the far side, it'll be Calhoun. He was shaken up a little bit in the first half, but he's back there on the far side 10. And trying to see, here it is on the near side, and that's Simon here on the near side who caught the touchdown pass. So the ball's teed up, equal distance between the 40s. And we are underway here in the third quarter. It'll be a short squib, takes a big hop. It'll be returnable across the 20. Good field position for Bluefield to start this drive down the far sideline, out near midfield. That's a nice return that time by Jeremiah Jones. And he'll cross midfield, and he will start at the Independence 49. And you know what's odd about that, Eric? Independence started the game at the Bluefield 49.
We've been together too long.
Almost on the same play.
It almost looked like the same exact return.
Almost. And actually, they're going to bring it back, and so we won't be exactly the same.
You'll be on the other 49.
Yeah, be on the 49, but it looked like he crossed midfield. So Bluefield will have it on their own 49-yard line. Still excellent field position and a nice return. And that's
here on the replay, if we look.
That was the opening kickoff.
Yeah, same exact, around the same sideline, almost the same exact return.
That's scary. We were reading each other's mind. Here's Simpson, 1st and 10 on their own 49. Bluefield's going to run the ball, and they'll cross midfield. And with the carry is Jeremiah Jones.
Wow, that was the most surge of the game by the Bluefield offensive line. Usually on direct runs like that, the Independence Blue has been on the other side of the line of scrimmage.
That's a 2-yard gain crossing midfield to the Independence 49-yard line, 2nd and 8. First possession of the second half, 17-7 is the lead for Independence. They scored the first 17 points. Bluefield scored right there, right around 4 minutes or shortly thereunder remaining in the first half. 2nd down and 8, Simpson from the gun. Takes the shotgun snap, will throw the ball short as I thought they might do. There could be some running room on the near side. The receiver trying to reverse his field, cuts up inside, and actually a nice little gain. Was like we're going to get much, and gets the ball down to the Independence 47-yard line.
Yeah, and it looked like he ran a lot of ways to get a little, and that was pretty close to a horse collar, but he got down in the middle of the jersey, and that was a big tackle for Independence. And another 3rd and 6 for this Bluefield team.
And that was Roland Jackson on the reception, 6'2", 125-pound sophomore. So it's 3rd down for Bluefield at the 47-yard line of Independence.
And it looks like Bluefield's, I was going to say, they wasn't going to have enough on the line of scrimmage.
They've got 7 on the play clock. They're going to have to hustle down to 4 on the play clock. Here's the snap. They throw the ball on the near side, and it's incomplete. And it'll bring up 4th down and a decision for Freddie Simon here if they're going to go for it on this position of the field, if they're going to punt it.
Yeah, I think you have to punt here, but, Freddie's been known to roll the dice.
And the way they play now, Eric, they try to, and I think they're going to punt because still this early in the second half, down only 10, you're within striking distance. You can't afford to turn the ball over and give Independence this kind of field position.
And I think this is the correct play, but
watch for a fake.
You have 2 deadly returners back for Independence, so you want to angle kick this. You want to kick it away.
Yeah, you're talking about Bradbury on the far side and Linksweiler. Linksweiler here on the near side. Here's the 4th down. Here comes the punt. And that's going to be a low punt. It's going to take a big hop and not going to be returnable. It actually turned out to be a pretty good kick as Independence will take over on their own 22-yard line. So we saw each team now punt once. That was Bluefield's first punt of the ball game. Independence punted 1 time in the first half. And Independence will have their first crack at it on offense here in the second half. They'll take over 1st and 10 on their own 22-yard line.
And I think Independence will come out with a heavy dose early of Nelson because they've not been able to slow him down in the run game.
So Nelson's got both Independence touchdowns tonight. He's got 1 from 32 yards and 1 from 11. 1st and 10 for Independence on their own 22-yard line. Brock Green works from the shotgun. He's got Nelson to his left. Takes the snap. They're going to throw it in the flat. Byers had it, and he wanted to turn upfield, and he dropped the pass. That ball hit him right in the hands, and that's ones he'll normally never drop, Eric. And you can see he took his eye off the ball momentarily to try to look to see where the running room was, and he was not able to bring it in.
And that's one of those where the young man really tried to run before he had it, and he's such big play capability.
So it'll be 2nd and 10 on the incompletion from their own 22. They'll hand the ball this time to Nelson, and that time Bluefield's ready for him as he might got a yard, maybe. He didn't get much. And actually they're going to say he's going to lose a yard.
And I think that's the first negative play other than the quarterback in the run game, other than quarterback kneeling.
Yeah, they're going to give him a yard loss back to the 21, make it 3rd and 11.
Okay, now look, here's Byers in the slot. This is where they usually run this little wheel route with him, and what I call where the 2 up backs really, they run slants, and he'll run down the sideline, and they usually try to get it to him.
Green takes the snap, sets in the pocket, the pressure comes, throws the ball deep down the middle of the field, and overshoots his intended receiver. And that time trying to get the ball to Bradbury, and something we don't say very often, 3 and out for Independence, and they'll have to punt deep in there. That's why when Bluefield punted the ball was such a big decision to do that.
Yeah, and right here, and you have a chance to flip the field once again if you're Bluefield and start in the Independence territory if you get a good return. But look for Independence to do exactly what Bluefield did. You're going to try to kick it away from
you got Calhoun on the far side. And let's see, it looks like Jones on the near side. Here comes the punt. And they're going to try to kick it out of bounds, just as you said. And the ball's going to die right there across midfield. But still, Bluefield's going to get great field position just inside the 45-yard line. So Bluefield's going to take over. And they've got excellent field position as they'll have the ball on their own 44-yard line. And this will be Bluefield's 2nd possession of the second half.
So without the kneel, the last 3 possessions, right, have been 2 punts, and a kneel down.
That's right. That is correct. So Bluefield takes over on their own 44.
Had all kinds of first quarter action and kind of bogged down, but turned into a heavyweight battle.
Got a lot of good football players out there on both sides, a lot of good athletes. These are 2 heavyweights of this Class AA division, and these are 2 of the favorites, that's for sure. Simpson waits on the shotgun snap, and he'll set the throw, throws a slant. He's got a man. It's caught. And a big play inside the 30, spinning away from defenders before Nelson shoves him down inside the 25. And Tylee Simon on a seam route and a huge play for the Beavers.
And this is on this replay. If you look at this pass, he threw it right over the linebacker's hands or the corner's hands, Nelson. That was a strike, and that will put the quarterback for Bluefield over the 200-yard mark passing right now.
All the way to the Independence 24. Here's a quick pass to the outside. It's caught down the far sideline, and Independence defended that really well. It's a great job by the Patriots as that time they get the ball over to Smith, Jamarius Smith, and Independence was all over it.
Yeah, Independence with a great play here. Lucky that a flag didn't come out at the end of that one, at the end of the run.
That'll be a loss on the play. Bringing the ball back across the 25, back to the 27-yard line.
Yeah, they might have got away with one there, as we saw on the instant replay.
Meaning Independence?
Independence, yes.
So it'll bring up 2nd and 13. They'll lose 3 on the play. I don't know why the down marker still's got first over there. Now they've flipped it to 2nd. 10 on the play clock. Bluefield's going to have to hustle. Coming down to the 8-minute mark of the third quarter, Simpson takes the shotgun snap, sets in the pocket, throws deep, and overshot everybody, and just good coverage, just nobody there.
And Independence did it early late in the second quarter. It looks like 2 receivers ran the same route. You're bringing too many hats to the party, but this is 2-down territory for this Bluefield team.
And Bluefield's had their best success on 3rd and 4th down.
They have. They really have.
So it's 3rd and 13 at the Independence 27. I don't know if Bluefield has a kicker. If they don't get any yardage, you're looking at like 44 yards. I don't know if Bluefield would do that. You might be thinking try to pick up some of it here on 3rd down so you can go for it on 4th down. They'll go empty. Simpson waits on the shotgun snap, takes the snap, sets, throws across the middle. And that might be a flag as the ball was thrown behind the receiver, but there was some contact and no flag because it looked like Smith got hit before the ball got there.
Well, it looks like the Bluefield, sideline thought exactly the same, and I think just because the ball was slightly behind them that they didn't throw the flag.
So it brings up 4th down. 4th and 13 at the Independence 27, and you're too far for a field goal. You're too close to punt, so you got to go for it.
Well, this is where Bluefield has really had them. They're making someone leave because of equipment malfunction.
Simon's got to come out of the ball game. He's the one that scored the touchdown. And if you're Bluefield, you'd hate to have to burn a timeout here. It's just such a critical play in the game, but we're just in the third quarter, 7:55 left in it. And a huge play in the game right here on 4th and 13. 4th and 13 from the Independence 27. And there seems to be some confusion for Bluefield.
Yeah, I was going to say, he checked out when no one checked in for him.
Yeah, Standback will now check in. And there seems to be a lot of confusion. 8 on the play clock. They'll go empty on 4th down. Simpson throws the ball near side, and that's just nobody at home. And for the 3rd time tonight, as Bluefield penetrating deep in Independence territory, the Patriots turn them away.
And I think that was just terrible route running there because they were running goes and looked like he threw something out into the flats. So Independence able to come away with not giving up any points there after Bluefield's big completion.
Yeah, it looked like that, there was some confusion when they had to make that substitution, Eric, and that kind of looked like that took Bluefield out of what they wanted to do. And, of course, that loss on 1st down and put them behind the chains.
And I'm actually not going to agree with your assessment earlier because you said you would hate to take a timeout. I think that was one of the best times to take one because that was a critical down.
Yeah.
And you might not have another chance that close in Independence territory.
Here's a big run play by Nelson. Looked like he was going to break it, and at the last second, there's a nice shoestring tackle made, and that tackle was made by Xavier Eldridge. And if Eldridge doesn't make that tackle as we watch the play area, this might have went for a touchdown.
No, not might. That was 6 the other way.
So they get the ball out for a first down, out to the 37-yard line. 1st and 10 for Independence. They'll run the ball again. Across the 40, here comes a flag, probably holding, as the ball gets out to the 47-yard line. And this is at least, I think, the 3rd holding penalty that Independence.
Yeah, I think it's going to be. And Coach Lilly doesn't look very happy with. I
don't know if he's yelling at the player, yelling at the official, or both. Either way, he's not too happy.
Drive killers.
He's mad at the player because he did it. He's mad at the official because he caught him doing it, right?
Yeah. I told you not to get caught.
Yeah.
Holding.
So that holding penalty will take the ball back inside the 30 and put the ball down at the 28-yard line. The home stands don't like it. They never do when the call goes against the home team.
What do they call those? The Boo Birds?
Yeah, here's Green. He's in trouble. He gets hit. The
ball's
out. The ball's out, and Bluefield's on it. And his own man, one of the linebackers, hit the guy who recovered the ball. That was going to be a touchdown.
That was going to be a touchdown. The Bluefield player.
Yeah, Jones picked it up. And
he was going
hit.
in for 6.
Yeah, we watched the replay. His own man knocked him down. That was going to be a Bluefield touchdown.
This was going to be 6.
They knocked the ball loose from Green right there in his own hands.
Yes. Well, I think Nelson was there. It could have been – I think Nelson may have stopped it, but yeah.
So a huge turnover, and Bluefield will take over now on the 16-yard line of Independence, a golden opportunity for the Beavers.
And that's what you have to do if you're Bluefield. You can't lay back. You have to collapse the pocket, and you have to get Brock Green off his mark.
And see, that holding penalty put Independence behind the chains. And now here's Bluefield trying to run the ball. Here's Jones trying to zig and zag. He falls inside the 15. He gets down near the 13, maybe the 12. Let's see where they put him down at.
And we don't have the stats, but I guarantee you that Bluefield has spent more time in Independence's red zone than Independence has in Bluefield's.
They'll give him the 13, a pickup of 3, 2nd and 7. Such a huge play in the game here as we're under the 7-minute mark of the 3rd quarter. 2nd and 7 for the Beavers at the 13 of Independence. Maybe changing the play is Simpson. 10 on the play clock. There looks like to be some confusion.
There's nobody in the middle of the field. The safeties
3 on the play clock. They
up.
just get it off. They throw the ball to the far side of the end zone, and it's dropped. That should have been a touchdown as Calhoun not able to hold on to it. And that was a beautifully thrown ball by Simpson.
Hey, Simpson puts the ball on you. You need to make the catch. And Independence's defense has been very resilient. They bend, they don't break. They've given up a few big plays, and they really desperately need to bail out the quarterback, Green, as he turned it over on the ensuing possession.
So it's 3rd down and 7. They got plenty of time on the play clock, 20, as Simpson sets from the shotgun. 3rd and 7 from the Independence 13. They're going to run the ball up inside, and that's not going to get much.
Yeah.
And you got to think if you're going to do that, obviously you're going to come back and go for it on 4th down.
Unless you're just trying to center it up to kick 3, and I think they're going to.
And that might be what they're going to do. You're exactly right, Eric. They're maybe just trying to get within 1 score.
I think so.
And so get the ball down to the 12-yard line, and I think you're right. They're going to line up and try to attempt a field goal.
Yeah.
And they think, they can pull within 1 score. They'll put the ball down maybe at the 18, the 19.
But one thing you have to watch if you're Independence, the quarterback is also the holder.
Yeah, 19-yard field goal attempt. Independence made a 19-yard field goal in the first half, and Bluefield trying to get within 7. Here's the snap. Kicks on its way. Boy, he got plenty of leg as he bangs that through.
He banged that through.
He did as he drills it in. And now we got a new game as Bluefield gets within 1 score as the field goal kicker, Eli Rife, able to bang that through. And with 5:38 left in the 3rd quarter, your new score is now Independence 17 and Bluefield 10. We'll take a quick break, 30 seconds. We'll be right back here on Video Productions.
Here we grow again. Pioneer Community Bank is proud to offer a network of banks right here in our communities. By offering you more locations, Pioneer continues to meet all your banking needs where you are. Please stop by our New Harper Road location. We are truly investing in Southern West Virginia. Pioneer Community Bank. Friendly service, great products. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
There's a place where innovation.
All right, Bluefield with a field goal. Eric has climbed within one score. It's 17-10 Independence. Bluefield ready to kick off with 5:38 left here in the third quarter. And here comes the kick, and this will be returnable on the far side by Bradbury over the 20. And he tries to break it here to the outside. He's got some running room as he crosses the 30, the 40, and they run him out of bounds. Once again, another good return by Bradbury as he gets the ball out all the way to the 45-yard line.
Yeah, great return, and we'll see this on the replay. All the Bluefield players, and you see it, came crashing down. You have to stay in your lane, and it's
lane integrity, discipline.
Bad angles kill you every time.
So, that holding penalty hurt Independence because after the holding penalty, Bluefield forced the turnover. So now great field position for this starting drive here for Independence, their second possession of the second half. 1st and 10 on their own 45-yard line, leading in the game 17-10. Green from the shotgun. Takes the snap, gives the ball to Nelson, trying to find running room. He's got 5, he's got 6 as he crosses midfield and gets to the Bluefield 49-yard line.
It'll be 2nd and 5 from the Bluefield 49-yard line.
So good hard running once again by Silas Nelson to pick up 6 yards on first down. 2nd and 4. Green takes the snap. They'll throw the ball short out in the flat. It's caught. And nice spin move by Laxton. He'll have a first down, getting inside the 45 to the Bluefield 44-yard line.
And that's Green's first completion since midway through the first quarter.
For a first down.
So a first down for Independence at the Beaver 44.
On the 44-yard line.
Green from the gun. Takes the snap, hands the ball off. Nelson's got running room. He's got a first down as he falls inside the 30 as they'll put him down at the 29, maybe the 28 of Bluefield. But another huge run as we watch the replay here by Silas Nelson.
And it looks like another Bluefield injury. Player who made the tackle. Looks like he may have banged it.
And that's one thing, Eric, maybe outside of one play, but Bluefield really has not had no answer for Silas Nelson the way he's ran the ball tonight.
Just been one negative play.
One negative play.
Everything's been positive and really gashing them in the run game.
Ball's down to the 29-yard line. We'll let you know that tonight's game is brought to you in part by Leisure Lanes, Johnstown Road in Beckley, just a month away from the Bowloween at Leisure Lanes. And Halloween happens to fall on a Friday night, so you can have futuristic bowling with the werewolf, Dracula, Frankenstein, all of the above. And you can dial them up to reserve your lane at 304-253-7328. Also, the game tonight brought to you by Infinity Coal Company, located right down the street here from Independence High School. They're hiring experienced underground miners. They offer a great wage, great benefits. You can apply online through the United Coal Company's Facebook page. All right, it's a first down at the 29-yard line of Bluefield. Independence on the move. This drive started on their own 45 with a good kickoff return by Bradbury. And Independence now has put together a couple of first downs.
And how have they done it? They completed a pass, but the ground is where it's at.
And this time Brock Green will keep it, and he'll lunge up inside and get a couple of yards.
Brock Green with the keeper play.
And they'll get the ball down to the 27-yard line and pick up 2 yards on the play.
2 on the play.
So it'll be 2nd and 8. Clock turning. We're coming up on the 4-minute mark of the third quarter. Green to throw. Throws it short. It's caught. Byers makes the catch. Tries to turn it up. He's got a block. He's inside the 20. He runs over a defender, and he's got a first down at the 15-yard line. A nice play by K.J. Byers.
Byers with the catch.
So that's a nice catch and run.
Yeah, and I've said it numerous times about the Byers, that young man. I think he needs to get more touches personally in the offense.
Well, he's coming off the field for this play. Bradbury comes off. Byers comes off. Laxton comes off. They may run a little power here. with a first down from the Bluefield 15, and they give the ball to Nelson off the right side, and Nelson moves the pile down inside the 10-yard line, gets the ball down to the 8, maybe the 7. A good run on first down. They'll put the ball down at the 7-yard line. He got 8 on the play. It'll be 2nd and 2.
8 on the play, 2nd and 2.
So 2 will get him a first down, 7 will give him a touchdown. Once again, they look like they run that power set. And Green turns around, hands the ball off again. Nelson, he's up inside. He's going to have his first down, and he's just shy of the goal line, and he's in. No, I beg your pardon. I thought he was shy of the goal line, but he's in. Good hard running, and they got a heavy dose of Silas Nelson, and that's the hat trick.
Flag.
His 3rd touchdown, and now there comes a late flag in.
Well, the Bluefield, they reacted like they thought the ball came out, and the Bluefield player came out with the ball. And see, please, I wish we could watch the end of it. And he takes and kicks the ball down the sideline.
Yeah, so that'll be a penalty on Bluefield, and it'll probably be penalized on the kickoff. But Nelson's in the end zone.
Well, no, the guy came out running with the ball.
Right.
Because they thought it was a fumble. And
but I'm saying they're going to penalize Bluefield and penalize the play on the kickoff, because that is Silas Nelson's 3rd touchdown of the night. And we're waiting for him to sort it out. The touchdown, there's then sportsmanlike conduct call with 3:04. That takes the lead to 23-10. And that was a 7-play, 55-yard drive with a 7-yard touchdown run from Silas Nelson. So Nelson has got a 32-yard touchdown run, 11-yard touchdown run, and now a 7-yard touchdown run, and now all important extra point coming right here.
Yeah, you definitely need to convert this extra point. A lot of football left to be played, but a big drive by Independence.
The snap is good, the hold is good, and the kick is good. Your new score, Independence 24, Bluefield 10, 3:04 for the 3rd. We'll take a break. Be right back here on Video Productions.
Here we grow again. Pioneer Community Bank is proud to offer a network of banks right here in our communities. By offering you more locations, Pioneer continues to meet all your banking needs where you are. Please stop by our new Harper Road location. We are truly investing in Southern West Virginia. Pioneer Community Bank. Friendly service, great products. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
There's a place where innovation becomes transformation.
Well, they penalized Bluefield, as we said, Eric, and it would come on the kickoff. They penalized Bluefield for unsportsmanlike conduct, as you mentioned. The Bluefield player kicked the football.
Hey, not only did he kick, it was right in front of the ref.
Well, a little frustration. So now, I would think, Bluefield's Independence is lining up on the 40.
Yeah, they need to.
The officials are talking, but you think they would move the ball up, and I think they're going to. Well, at least you'd think. The official, the white cap, is down on the far end talking to the other official. And I don't know, wait a minute. And the Bluefield coaches are talking, apparently not. So I don't know what they did, but apparently they're not penalizing them on the kickoff, and Bluefield will get the ball as Independence has a 2-touchdown lead of 24-10 with 3:04 left in the 3rd quarter.
So I guess it's like the West Virginia pit.
I guess it just never happened.
Never happened.
Short kickoff to get Bluefield excellent field position as there's Jones weaving through traffic as he'll get the ball up over the 40-yard line. That's Jeremiah Jones on the return.
I think it's some laundry on the field again.
I don't see it. You may. Ball's out to the 41-yard line. Do you see a flag?
No, it was a towel from a player that came off.
So it'll be a first down for Bluefield, and they'll put the ball down at the 41-yard line. So you got to think here, Eric, right now as we're coming down toward the end of the 3rd quarter, we're under 3 minutes. I think this is such a big drive.
Yeah,
they have to have a touchdown.
And you have
drive.
to move with some efficiency, too. I mean, you can't, they've been real deliberate coming out. And what I mean by that, running the play clock down. Now they're down 2 scores again, and you got to go.
Simpson takes the shotgun snap, steps up in the pocket. Now he can run. He's got some running room, and he runs out of bounds just shy of the 45 or maybe right at the 45, but it's a very short gain. They'll run him out right at the 45-yard line, give him 3 on the play. 2nd and 7. The clock stops as he ran out of bounds with 2:49 left in the 3rd quarter. Independence trying to start the year 5-0. And Bluefield trying to avoid their second loss of the season. From their own 45 on 2nd and 7. Simpson takes the shotgun snap. Pressure comes, throws the ball, and I think his arm was hit.
His arm was hit as he tried to deliver that.
And that time,
some pressure from the
really
front.
Good pressure for Independence up front.
Right up the gut too.
So it'll be a big third down play coming up. But like we said, if they've been successful on third, they haven't been on fourth. They've been not successful on third, they've been successful on fourth.
Yeah.
Third and fourth downs have been their better downs. And now they're signaling in the play. Got 15 on the play clock. They have the ball on their own 45. They just got to cross midfield and get the ball to the Independence 49 to keep this drive going. Look like they still got some confusion. 5 on the play clock. Simpson waits on the shotgun snap. He sets in the pocket, throwing the deep ball. Got a man out there in double coverage and overshot him.
I'm telling you.
Trying to get the ball to Calhoun. And is not there and brings up a fourth down and more likely a punt.
And once again, as you see the replay, wow, that the ball's on the money. I don't think that the wide receiver could find it in the lights, and he throws a good ball.
I've been very impressed with this young quarterback, Max Simpson, a 6'1", 190-pound sophomore.
He can sling it.
So Bluefield's going to have to punt. They go 3 and out after they got the good kickoff return. It's a high snap. There's a nice kick. And Independence probably just get out of the way and let this hit. The ball will roll down just shy of the 20, and that's where Independence will take over. So the last 3 possessions for Bluefield, they turn it over on downs, they get a field goal, and they go 3 and out. And now Independence, Eric, you would think, right, with the 2-touchdown lead, they're going to get more of number 12, Mr. Nelson.
Hey, number 12, and I called it at halftime. I told you I think for them to salt the game away and put it away, he'll have upwards of probably 250 yards
so
on the ground.
Will take over on their own 21-yard line, first down, leading in the ball game by 2 touchdowns, 24-10. 2:29 left, third quarter. When we get a minute, Eric will update you on some scores. Brock Green from the shotgun. They're going to throw the ball. It's caught by Linksweiler. He gets a good block. He fumbled the ball. He fumbled the ball out, and Bluefield's on it. Bluefield's on it. You're right. That should be a fumble, as Linksweiler might be shaken up, but he coughed it up, and that should be Bluefield's ball. And it is. So Bluefield, definitely fumbled.
He definitely made a football move.
Yes. So a big play as Independence turns it over for the second time. And Bluefield is in great position as they recover this fumble.
I thought he made a football move with it.
So Bluefield will take over with the fumble recovery.
We're going to run the replay here.
The ball inside the 20 at the Independence 18.
Let's see. He catches it.
He catches it.
I don't know. I don't know if he really had possession of that.
Well, I don't know either, but I know in high school you don't have the red flag like you do in the NFL.
You can't throw, but right there it just looked like he didn't really have it as we look at it once again.
Looking at the replay, it looked like he didn't have it, but live it looked like he did.
Sometimes the kid's reaction, though, will also sway the ref. The Linksweiler reacted like he fumbled it, like he was trying to get on it. So.
They'll move the pile with Bluefield on a running play to the 15-yard line. It'll be second down.
But if you're Independence, you have Bluefield right where you want them. They've lived in the red zone all night and not been able to, or not even the red zone, the scoring zone, 20 yards in.
And here's the thing, when you agree we're under 2 minutes of the third quarter, if Bluefield have any chance to win the game, they have to score a touchdown.
I mean,
they have to.
And I think now you can't go count on the fourth down play. You need to either pick up a first down here, get a fresh set of downs, but it's really like this is where their offense is bogged down.
8 on the play clock. Simpson will throw the ball short. It's caught out no, it isn't. And that's probably better off that he didn't catch it because that was going to be a loss as Smith was trying to run before he caught it, and the home fans won a fumble, but he never had that ball.
Yeah, they're going to say same exact thing happened on the last play.
But it wasn't because he's sitting here, you can see right there, juggling it.
Yeah.
He never had it.
It's third down.
So it's third down, and you're right, Eric. It's 3rd and 7. And they just have not been able, to make it on third down, or when they've picked up yardage on third, not been able to cash in on fourth.
Yeah, and I think too often the play calling, it looks like a timeout coming for Independence here.
Timeout.
So Independence will take a timeout. So it'll be 3rd down and 7 for Bluefield at the Independence 15 with 1:35 left third quarter. And while we got a break in the action, Eric, see if you got some more scores.
Yeah, we're going to update some scores. In 4A, Morgantown 21, Spring Mills nothing. University, the number 4 team in 4A, playing the number 1 team in AAA, Fairmont. And now it's 21-21 in the third quarter as Fairmont Seniors storm back to tie it. Greenbrier East 25, Oak Hill nothing starting the third quarter here. Parkersburg 28, Riverside nothing. AA ranks, let's try to see what Frankfort, the number 2 team in AA, is doing. Frankfort on the road at North Garrett, Maryland Huskies. Frankfort 28, North Garrett 7. Wyoming East getting throttled at Mingo Central 30-0.
All right, out of the timeout, Bluefield will have it. Have the ball at the 15-yard line of Independence. 3rd down. They've got to get the ball to the 8-yard line. And maybe this timeout might have been able to help Bluefield as well. We'll see what the Beavers cook up here. 1:35 remaining here in the third quarter. And they will go empty with Simpson in the shotgun. Simpson takes the snap, throws the ball short on a slant, and it's broken up. It'll bring 4th down as Calhoun not able to make the catch. So once again, Eric, we're almost in the same position as we watch the replay right here. Look at the replay. It looked like that ball could have been caught, and Calhoun not able to haul it in.
Just ball's been put on him, and I'm anxious to see the end of the game stats. A lot of his incompletions have been just drops and
if you're Bluefield here, Eric, I think unless you got a guy wide open in the end zone, I think you go for the 1st down rather than the touchdown.
Yes, you definitely try to move the chains.
So big play, 4th down. The ball at the 15 of Independence.
You have man coverage at the bottom of the screen. Calhoun and Linksweiler.
And now Bluefield
takes a
is going to take a timeout. The play clock was running down on
it. Was
at
10, wasn't it, when they broke?
When they broke, and there's 3 seconds left on the play clock when they called the timeout. We'll take a 30-second break and be right back here on Video Productions.
Before you hit the Hatfield-McCoy trails, fuel up the way West Virginians do at Little General Stores. We're proud to be part of your ride. Rooted in West Virginia and built for the back roads. Little General Stores. Fuel your adventure the West Virginia way.
Hey, my name's Paige, and what makes the Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich original to me is the crispiness of the breading and the tenderness of the filet. It's tasty, it's warm, it's total satisfaction.
Hi, this is Tanya, and what makes the Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich original to me is that warm bun, the perfectly seasoned chicken, and that pickle. Woo! I love it. There's a taste of my childhood in every bite.
We're back here at Independence High School. I'm Maris Lowry with Eric Thomas, Jackie Moon on camera, the heavy hitter Mr. Nick Eskins producing and directing, and Chris Farish and Will Farish on stats. Big play, Eric, 4th down for Bluefield as each team has burned a timeout. Each team's got 2 left. And now what do we got? Another timeout. So Independence now takes a timeout. So Independence is taking Independence takes a timeout. Bluefield takes a timeout. Independence takes another timeout. So Independence has only 1 timeout left.
1 timeout left.
Well, we got a minute.
That shows you the magnitude of this play.
Let you know that we appreciate Giovanni's Pizza. That's where we had our pregame meal tonight. Giovanni's Pizza, Mamma Mia. If you're not Italian going in, you'll be Italian coming out. And they have locations at Leicester Square and Sophia and also at Glen Daniel. Also, tonight's game is brought to you in part by Pepsi of Southern West Virginia. I'd like to have me a nice cold blue can of Pepsi, a proud sponsor of local sports. So we've had 3 straight timeouts here, Eric, and now we'll hopefully finally get this play going. It's a huge play here on 4th and 7 for Bluefield at the Independence 15-yard line. So they'll go empty. Simpson with trips to the top of your screen.
Man coverage, bottom of the screen.
Simpson takes the snap. The pressure comes. He looks, throws, got a man. He throws it behind him, but it's caught for a first down inside the 5. A huge connection, and that was a great job by the receiver
to adjust to the ball.
That was Calhoun, who was able to make a nice the way he was able to move his body and able to catch that ball. That ball was behind him, and that's a first down for Bluefield at the Independence.
2,
maybe the 3. I'm actually going to put it at the 4.
At the 4.
But it's a first down. The way Calhoun was able to adjust his body to make that catch on a huge, like I said, when they've been successful on 3rd, they haven't been successful on 4th. When they're not successful on 3rd, they've been successful on 4th.
Yeah, and we don't keep this, but I bet they are better on 4th down than they have been on 2nd.
Here's Jones. That will go nowhere as Independence will stack him up.
I'm sorry. You're not going to run at the teeth of this Independence defense. You may have lost a yard there.
Yeah, as Jones is thrown back across the 5, and actually his forward progress, they'll put him across the 5 to the 6. As he was thrown back, he lost 2 yards on the play.
And the one thing you have to say about Bluefield's quarterback, Max Simpson, he is a true, in the gun quarterback. He doesn't really run. He when he scrambles, he's even looking to throw. So that takes that element away. If you're Independence, you really don't have to honor the read option of any sort with him.
Simpson takes the snap, throws to the end zone. There could be a flag, and no flag. It looks like the short man was grabbed.
Yes.
And that's what Independence is saying, and no flag. It'll be 3rd down.
That's what Bluefield is saying.
Or Bluefield
on that
rather.
play. Kind of rerouted the guy in the end zone. But
So they got 2 downs to make 6 yards and trying to get within a score. There's 10 seconds left here in the 3rd quarter.
And if you don't get it in here, do you kick the field goal?
No, I think you got to. I think you got to go for
have
it.
7.
I think being down 2 touchdowns, you've got to have a touchdown. But it's been tough slaying against that Independence team down here. Simpson takes the shotgun snap, throws, corner of the end zone. There's a flag. It's caught for the touchdown. There's a flag, but the touchdown, if it stands, is to Pax Calhoun.
This could be on Bluefield, a legal pick.
He uses his 6'3", slender body, 185, to go up and get the touchdown here in the near side corner of the end zone, and we'll wait on the call.
It's on Bluefield, a legal pick.
And the official will call it, you're right, against Bluefield. You're all over it, Mr. Referee.
What?
We'll watch the replay. Can't see it there.
Be that. They called it an illegal downfield.
Well, I'm not sure what they called, but it's coming back.
What was that call?
Because it looked like a nice catch.
That's illegal downfield.
So the 3rd down will take the ball now back across the 10-yard line, back to the 11, and make it 3rd down again from the 11. A costly penalty that knocked Bluefield. And Bluefield might have called another timeout. There's 7 on the play clock. They're going to have to burn a timeout. They're not going to get this play off. And they just get it off in time. Simpson looks to throw. He stumbles, and now he's going to be sacked. And that play looked like it had disaster on it from the very beginning because the play clock was running down, and they just couldn't get the play in, and that's how the 3rd quarter is going to end. And let's check. Is there a flag? I don't think so. That's going to be the end of the 3rd quarter. So after 3, your score is Independence 24, Bluefield 10. We'll head to the 4th quarter, and that'll be next here on Video Productions.
Hey, my name's Paige, and what makes the Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich original to me is the crispiness of the breading and the tenderness of the filet. It's tasty, it's warm, it's total satisfaction.
Hi, this is Tanya, and what makes the Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich original to me is that warm bun, the perfectly seasoned chicken, and that pickle. Woo! I love it. There's a taste of my childhood in every bite.
When you're in need of a plumber, you want someone that's going to treat you like family. Modley's Plumbing and Heating, a family-owned business since 1987, wants you to know our customers and employees are as important as family. Built by family to families, quality work is our hallmark at Modley's Plumbing and Heating. So the next time you're in need of a plumber, give Modley's Plumbing and Heating a call at 304-253-HELP. Help to Modley's means handling every little problem.
And we welcome you back to Independence as we go to the 4th quarter. A huge play coming up here. It's 4th down as Independence defense trying to hold for the 3rd time tonight. And this ball's at the 21-yard line, so they've got to get a touchdown, Eric. It is 4th and goal. as this is the 10th play of the drive. And Bluefield had a touchdown called back, and a big play here as we start the fourth quarter. Simpson got to go to the end zone, takes the snap, looks, throws down the seam, and it's broken up at the goal line. He had the right idea, and I think they had the matchup they wanted. And the young man, Simon, not able to haul it in. And Independence, for the third time tonight, Eric, will turn Bluefield away when Bluefield had the ball inside the 10-yard line.
Yeah, and Bluefield, like I said, they've lived in the scoring zone, red zone area against this Independence defense. And bend but don't break. Come up with the plays when you need it.
That's right.
And all I can say is number 12 for Independence will be the bell cow the rest of this game if you want to salt the game away.
From their own 21, first and 10 Independence. Once again, their defense, and you know, for all the talk of their offense, rightfully so, you got a real shout out to their defense. If they hang on and win it, it'll be because of that defense. And as you mentioned, here's Nelson. He'll move the pile across the 20 to the 21. Beg your pardon, I said they started on the 21. They actually started on the 16, and they get the ball out to the 21.
Gain of 5 on the play. Second and 5, ball at the 21-yard line.
So from the 21, second and 5. In no hurry, they could run the play clock down, Eric, and like I said, just turn around and hand the ball to Nelson. And that's what they do, Silas Nelson. And he gets out to the 25-yard line. It'll bring up third down.
And another good run by Nelson, because it looks like right there that's going to be tackled for no gain, and he was able to squirt past 2 Bluefield would-be tacklers to pick up positive yardage.
So it'll be 3rd and 1 from their own 25.
Well, this is
and now Nelson's going to come out, and now they'll put Laxton in. They also have Phelan into the ball game, into the backfield. They got plenty of time on the play clock, 15 and counting. 3rd and 1 from their own 25. Maybe Green will call his own number here. And they'll turn the ball, they'll hand it off, and that'll be a first down as they'll plow forward across the 30. And that's a nice run that time by Phelan to pick up the first down.
Jason Laxton.
No, that's Laxton.
Laxton, I beg your pardon.
First down, Patriots.
And they'll put the ball out to the 33-yard line, a pickup of 8.
And this is where, if you're Bluefield, you have to really bow up in this run game and put them in passing situations.
And they're going to run the ball again. And there, as soon as you said that, Eric, they must have been listening to you right on cue as they got a big play there as Laxton gets hit from behind the line, and the loss goes back to the 30-yard line.
And just like that, you got to get Nelson back in, and he's gimped up a little bit. But he's a difference maker in the backfield, as you can see.
Yeah. They lost back to the 29. They lost 4 on that play.
2nd and 14.
So from their own 29-yard line. Green
false start.
Shotgun. Yep, a false start. And you have been all over tonight, Mr. Referee.
It looked like it was going to be a delay. And see, it was going to be like a delayed handoff.
Yep.
and that's just a little too quick.
So now really puts them behind the chains after the 4-yard loss on the running play. Now a 5-yard penalty. They've lost 9 yards right here. And it's 2nd down and 19.
A must.
Yeah.
A must if you're Bluefield. You have to get them off the field here.
Yeah, because you're down 2 scores.
2 scores, I mean, and then you have to run hurry up. You can't do anything. Here's have to.
Running play. That's Nelson back into the game as he gets the ball out just shy of the 30. And I think if you're Independent, you just come back and run it again and punt if you have to.
Yeah, you don't want to risk, an interception, run back, a pick six, something like that. So you want to be ultra conservative, but
well, you want to tell your quarterback if it's not there, don't force it, just throw it away,
check
punt.
It down.
The defense has been good. Like I said, it's been, but it hasn't broke.
Yeah, and at the end of the day is getting stops in the red zone, which they've been able to do.
So from their own 29, let's see if they elect to put it up. They will. Green back in the pocket, looks, throws the ball. It's caught across the 40. It's going to be short of a first down, though. And I would imagine they would punt. I don't think they would risk and go for it here as Bradbury makes the reception at the 41-yard line.
It's going to be, 2 yards, 3 yards short.
Yeah, they're going to need.
Yeah, you punt.
Yeah, you punt here without any questions. You might give them a little hard count and see if you can get Bluefield to jump.
Yeah.
But outside of that,
you have to be disciplined, watch the ball. And if I'm Bluefield, if it's not a clean catch here, you got to get away from it.
Yeah. And if Bluefield, I would stand up. I wouldn't even try to bring any pressure on the
Exactly.
kicker.
Just make sure they're not running anything tricky.
You got Calhoun back, and also on the far side over there is Simon back. Calhoun and Simon back to receive this kick. That's a good punt, and that will not be returned. It takes a big Independence bounce, and it'll roll all the way inside the 10, all the way into the 5, and it'll down it about the 2-yard line. What a huge special team play by Independence.
I was confused. Why was the Bluefield player trying to go pick that ball up?
Yeah, I don't know.
That was almost a costly error. Micah Cuthbert comes up big in the special teams.
And another thing, too, Eric, I thought Bluefield should have been further back. They were up way too close. But you know what? I've seen tonight Independence put more in the game than any game that I've done in the last 4.5 years. But it'll be a first down for Bluefield, but they're pinned back inside their own 5-yard line. They'll put them down, look to be about the 4-yard line. And that's where Bluefield will start this drive. Now let's see if Bluefield will try to hit the home run ball. 8:15 left here in the fourth quarter. Got a 2-touchdown lead. The play clock is running down again on Bluefield. We're under 10. Now they put back to 18. I don't know how it went from 10 to 18. They're going to run the ball, trying to run the ball out of the end zone, which is a dangerous play, and they might get a yard to the 5, and that's about it. Maybe not even to the 5. Actually, they started on the – they got a stoppage in play. Got maybe an injured player maybe or a timeout. Yeah, an injured Independence player. While we got a break in the action, we'll take a quick break and be right back here on Video Productions.
My name's Paige, and what makes the Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich original to me is the crispiness of the breading and the tenderness of the filet. It's tasty, it's warm, it's total satisfaction.
Hi, this is Tanya, and what makes the Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich original to me is that warm bun, the perfectly seasoned chicken, and that pickle. Woo! I love it. There's a taste of my childhood in every bite.
And we welcome you back to Coal City, West Virginia, here at Independence High School. With Eric Thomas, I'm Maris Lowry. The heavy hitter, Mr. Nick Eskins, producing and directing. Jackie Moon on camera. Chris Farish, Will Farish doing stats. And this is probably the last real opportunity, Eric, you would think, for Bluefield, down 2 scores with 8:02 left in the game. If they're not able to get it out of the hole and get down the field and score, they're more likely they're probably not going to win the game.
Yeah, and this is the area, though, where Bluefield needs to try to let it loose in the middle of the field. You got to take some chances. I just don't like the depth of Independence's safeties. They just don't get deep enough right now. I mean, they're backing up a little bit now.
Simpson takes the snap out of the end zone, throws, got it, and is not able to make the connection. Trying to get the ball to Hess out there. It'll be third down.
Second and 10.
Should be third.
Third and 10.
The PA guy said second, but should be third.
Give him that extra down. Like the Colorado Buffaloes.
So it'll be third down and 10 for Bluefield. Simpson out of his own end zone.
Man, if you look here, the best route will be the seam route, right in between the safeties.
Simpson takes the snap out of the end zone, right where you said, and threw behind him. He had a man, Hess wide open, and they could not make the connection. He was there. And now Bluefield's going to have to punt out of their own end zone.
And this is the play that it's there. It's right there. Just got to connect. And that was one of the more poorly thrown passes.
Yeah, and Eric, it's been there tonight. One time that was behind him. One time it came in hot. One time a guy dropped it. That route's been there.
That route's been open a lot.
And now Independence is standing on their side of the field as they have Bradbury on the far side, Linksweiler on the near side, and Independence, for all intents and purposes, might be able to put the game away with 7:42 left in it as they're awaiting this punt. Here's the snap. Comes the kick. It's a low kick. It takes a bounce on a hop from the 35 is Linksweiler. Got a block. Gets down inside the 20. They'll run him out of bounds close to the 15-yard line, and a late flag comes in. So this might be on Bluefield 2, a late hit out of bounds.
Flag on the play.
And that might be half the distance to the goal, Eric, and Independence might be able to salt this one away. Yes, it looks like it's going to be a late hit on Bluefield out of bounds. As Linksweiler took that punt at the 35 and got down to the 15 and waiting for the referee to give the call, but I think it will be a late hit on Bluefield. And there it is, personal foul, late hit out of bounds on the Beavers. And they will move the ball half the distance to the goal. It'll be first and goal for the Patriots.
And you know how you said the heavyweight bout, Bluefield's on the ropes, and they've been in the standing 8 count, and this could be the knockout punch right here.
The ball will go to the 8-yard line, be first and goal for Independence from the Bluefield 8.
Goal, Patriots. The Bluefield 8-yard line.
So with 7.5 remaining, Bluefield looking to deliver the knockout punch here. Independence trying to deliver the knockout punch to Bluefield here from the 8-yard line. Now look like they're going power set.
Little stack eye here.
Green up under center.
Bridgeport.
And they hand the ball to Nelson. He's already got 3 touchdowns on the night. And going for his 4th as he gets the ball inside the 5 down to the 4. So trying to get a hat trick plus 1.
Yes, right. This Nelson. He's put into work. He's a senior. He runs the ball hard, and I think he actually gets better as the game goes. He just wears. So. He wears and wears and wears. You see him in that first quarter, you want to hit him. Then about the second quarter, you're still hitting him, and then he's hitting you in the mouth third and fourth quarter.
Yeah. Not only does he have the power, but he's got the speed. And let's see, what do we got?
Looks like a cramp. Or tying the shoe.
Yeah, they're tying a shoe for one of the Bluefield players. Now they've reset the play clock to 25. And Bluefield's got a late defensive player ran onto the field. From the 4-yard line, second down and goal for Independence. And Green just looking at the play clock.
12 out here.
Yeah, well, and Green doing the smart thing, looking at the play clock, and probably snap it when he get probably around 5 seconds left on the play clock. And now what do we got?
Flag on the play.
I'm not sure what we got. Maybe they have too many players on the field. Because they ran a player, did Bluefield.
Encroaching.
Offsides. Because they ran a player on, but I didn't see nobody run off.
Right.
So half the distance takes the ball to the 2-yard line. See, you can see now there's a player running off because the player ran on. But the time before, I saw one run on, but I didn't see one run off.
Yeah, and I said get a head count, but you can't. If Bluefield looks back at this, they're going to lose handily, but they left a lot of points on the field.
Yeah,
it's not one of their finer performances.
They had their moments, and here is Nelson. Is he in? And he is in for his nope. The players say he's in, but the officials say he's not.
The only one that counts is the guy marking the ball.
That's right. Just shy of the goal line. He's about as close as he could be without being in.
Third down.
And actually, for Independence, I don't know, you can run a little bit more time off the clock.
Yeah, if you're Independence and if you're Nelson, you're going to get it again. Or they may just quarterback sneak it with Green. Let Big Green get him one.
There's an injured player, Eric. While we got injured player, maybe you got some more scores?
Yeah, I'm checking on this Princeton game because they in a little bit of a dogfight.
Yeah, with Graham.
Still 20-14 in the third. Bridgeport 77, Robert C. Byrd 6.
Wow.
Fourth quarter running clock.
Wow.
Greenbrier East 32, Oak Hill 7. Nitro pounding Ripley right now 48-6. Herbert Hoover 45, Point Pleasant nothing. Capital 14, South Charleston 6. And you remember back in the day, those used to be whoever won that game, classic battles. That's state championship type of game.
And both those teams are out of the big class down in the AAA now.
Yes, they are. Pikeview 34, Shady 6. That's a final.
Yeah, so Shady, after winning the first game of St. Albans, they've now lost 4 in a row, and they go to 1-4.
Yeah, and let's check some 4A scores. Morgantown 21-0 over Spring Mills. Wow, that's a big-time shutout.
Yeah.
Spring Mills played for the championship last year, and then, pretty good program. And I think Morgantown's for real.
Morgantown puts themselves in the discussion with Huntington and Martinsburg.
Yes, and let's check the Martinsburg score. Martinsburg was hosting Jefferson, crosstown rival. Jefferson County and Martinsburg, one's in Berkeley and one's in Jefferson County, of course, but they're pretty much back-to-back. Martinsburg 46, Jefferson 6.
All right, clock running as we're under 6 minutes for the game. It'll be 3rd and goal for Independence. The ball right there just on the 1 yard line. And Independence probably not in that big of a hurry. They can run the play clock down before they snap it. They haven't broke the huddle yet. And now they put 40 seconds. They had 25. Now they added 40 to the play clock. And they run the power. Nelson's got 3 touchdowns on the night, and they've got a real stacked power here for their formation. And Green looks like he's just letting the play clock run down before he snaps it.
I look for him to quarterback sneak here.
Coming up on the 5:10 mark of the 4th quarter, which has really turned out to be a really long second half. And you are right, Eric, and Brock Green sneaks it in for the Independence touchdown.
Touchdown, Patriots!
So that's a 3-play, 8-yard drive, and Brock Green will finish off the drive with a 1-yard quarterback sneak. And that ought to do it, as that will take the lead to 30-10 with 5:08 left here in the 4th quarter. I think Independence showed a lot tonight, and I think they showed that they can run the ball, but more importantly, they showed how good they were defensively. And I think you're right, Eric. You touched on Bluefield. When they get on the bus and they head back, they're going to think, wow, they just left a lot of points as the PAT is up. It looks good, and it is good. So your new score with 5:08 left here in the ball game is Independence 31 and Bluefield 10. We'll take a break, be right back here on Video Productions.
Direct Choice Pre-Owned Auto Sales is a proud supporter of all our area middle school and high school athletics. Direct Choice Pre-Owned Auto Sales keeps a huge selection of cars, trucks, and SUVs with some of the best prices in southern West Virginia. We also have several lenders for your financing needs. Direct Choice Pre-Owned Auto Sales and your student athletes, a winning combination.
For 50 years, Little General Stores has proudly served West Virginia, fueling families, friends, and communities across the Mountain State. To celebrate our golden anniversary, we're giving away $50,000 to thank you, our loyal customers. Little General Stores, 50 years strong and just getting started.
Well, the Independence faithful, Eric, I think they can smell it as they lead 31-10 with 5:08 left in the ball game. And the Brock Green 1-yard run may have just sealed the deal for them as they're ready to kick it off.
Yeah, and you're exactly right. And I think 2 takeaways right now from this game is Bluefield's been
hold that
leaving
thought.
a lot.
And there's a short kick on the kickoff, and Bluefield gets the ball back over the 40. Go ahead there, partner.
And I think if you're Independence, you know, you handled your business and you did what you need to do at home. But if you're Bluefield, I think execution of the offense in certain situations left a lot to be desired tonight.
Yeah, there were some throws out there I think Simpson liked to have back.
Yeah.
Some throws out there the receivers like to have back.
You know, your plays were there to be made and not made, but Independence made on the flip side when they needed to defensively came up big.
Yeah, you know, people will see this score. If you haven't watched the game, you see the 31 points, you're like, wow, the offense. But really, this is really about the defense to hold Bluefield to 10 points. And, you know, Independence defense, like you said, when they really needed it, they buckled down and they got stops.
Yeah, and I'll tell you, I'm still very impressed with this quarterback.
For Bluefield, I am too. There's a running play and going basically for nowhere. Is carrying the ball that time.
I think they maybe spot him a yard.
Yep. It wasn't much.
As a line judge, they gave him a yard, yeah. Sometimes you can't go by the line judge where they spot it.
And let's see who carried that ball was Tab.
Yeah, another youngster came in.
Yeah, 5'5", 145 sophomore.
Yeah.
Play clock running down again on Bluefield, 10 seconds. That seems like that's been another issue tonight.
Yeah, it just doesn't look like one of the crisp offensive teams from Bluefield.
Simpson
play clock's dead.
Yep. I don't think they ever got the playoff, but they're going to let it go. Simpson's in trouble. He's going to scramble. He'll get across the 45 to 46. But you're right, Eric. The ball had not been snapped, and there was 0 on the play clock. Like the NFL, right?
Yeah. What they say, 2 ticks, mares pass.
I don't know. I thought that's why you had a play clock, right?
I don't think they got that. They got that one off. That was clearly.
No, it was clearly should have been delay a game.
And I think Bluefield, the quarterback, was even thinking it was delay a game. Did you notice how he kind of stopped?
He kind of stopped thinking, well, like, here comes the laundry.
Yeah.
So there's a few people as we look out, Eric, making their way to their car, to the exits.
Yeah.
And if if you're Independence, I'm sure this large crowd that made it out here to Coal City tonight really enjoying this. And once again, the play clock's running down, Eric. They're not going to get this play off unless they call a timeout. They're going to need to call a timeout or they won't get the play off.
Not resetting.
No, the play clock reset in Bluefield just look like they are just out of sync.
Yeah,
they look really out of sync. They look more out of sync than the group out of sync. And I don't know if our producer and director, he doesn't know what I'm talking about. He'd give me that look. Nick Eskins, I got to remember he's too young. You got to be old like me and you, Eric, to remember the band out of sync.
Well, here's the thing. He thought you was referring to a group that he knows, NSYNC.
Oh, NSYNC.
But there actually was a group
called Out of Sync. Yes. Yes. All right, we'll go ahead and take a quick break. Be right back here on Video Productions.
Direct Choice Pre-Owned Auto Sales is a proud supporter of all our area middle school and high school athletics. Direct Choice Pre-Owned Auto Sales keeps a huge selection of cars, trucks,
and we're back to the action out of the timeout. Bluefield has it, 3rd down on their own 46-yard line. Simpson works out of the gun. They'll run the ball, and that's going to go nowhere. And that's a great defensive play. And that's a nice play that time by Conley. Isaiah Conley in on the play, and the running back for Bluefield had no chance, and that was Jerry and Tab, and it'll be 4th down back to the 40, and Bluefield will have to punt. So Independence is going to get this win, and they're going to go 5-0 halfway through the season, and I think Independence is right where a lot of people maybe expected them to be, Eric. They thought if they could get past Herbert Hoover, they had a shot of being 5-0 through the first 5 games.
And they've lived up to preseason expectations, and looks like Bluefield would be in punt formation again.
Yeah, bad snap, and it's a terrible kick, and it's picked up by one of the up linemen. And it looked like, when I say a terrible kick, it just looked like the ball might have slipped out of the hands of the punter.
Yeah, it's one of those where no rush or anything,
and Independence will take over inside the 40 at the 38-yard line.
Alex Blankenship with the punt return.
And is Blankenship able to pick it up? So it'll be Independence 1st and 10 at the Beaver.
It'll be 1st and 10 Patriots.
38-yard line. And Independence has got this one with 2:22 remaining in it. We'll have in the Pioneer Community Bank postgame show a quick wrap-up. And one thing about it, Eric, this second half, it seemed like it's dragged on. We're over 2.5 hours. We kicked off at 7 o'clock, and it might be close to 10 o'clock before we leave the air.
Yeah, guaranteed. Though, there's a lot of timeouts.
And as soon as you say that, we got a timeout. See, there you go. You said a lot of timeouts. And then, wow. All right, we're going to have to collect our breath, take a commercial break, be right back here on Video Production.
Direct Choice Pre-Owned Auto Sales is a proud supporter of all our area middle school and high school athletics. Direct Choice Pre-Owned Auto Sales keeps a huge selection of cars, trucks, and SUVs with some of the best prices in southern West Virginia. We also have several lenders for your financing needs. Direct Choice Pre-Owned Auto Sales and your student athletes, a winning combination.
For 50 years, Little General Stores has proudly served West Virginia, fueling families, friends, and communities across the Mountain State. To celebrate our golden anniversary, we're giving away $50,000 to thank you, our loyal customers. Little General Stores, 50 years strong and just getting started.
First and 10 Independence. They have the ball at the Bluefield 38. Here's a running play. And they'll stay in bounds. And let's see who's carry. That's Laxton on the carry.
Jason Laxton with the carry.
And from the 38-yard line, will get the ball down to the 31.
7 on the play.
Pick up 7, 2nd and 3. Under 2 minutes for the game. If you're really Independence here, Eric, you basically, I guess, really could take a knee. You really don't have to really run. I mean, I know some of these younger guys maybe want to get a chance to carry the ball.
Well, I think they have Laxton in. They pretty much have their first unit in there. A couple people sprinkled in.
Yep. Green takes the snap. Laxton gets the carry, and he'll get inside the 30 to the 29-yard line, close to a first down. It'll be third and about a yard. So 3rd and 1 coming up. And coming up on the final minute of the ball game, the Independence will take their record to 5-0. And you would think there's a lot of points here that they would maintain that number 1 position.
Oh, definitely.
Bluefield
put a stranglehold on it.
Was number 3, and they'll go to 3-2. And you would think that they'll fall back. I don't know how far they'll fall back because it's all based on who you play, who you beat, who they beat, etc. And I never worry about that until the final ratings. Green will take the snap and go forward and move the pile for a first down inside the 25 to the 23-yard line, 1st and 10. And now they get the big approval. Now if you're Independence, you really only got to take a knee as we got 40 seconds left in the ball game. They really don't need to run another play. We'll have a quick wrap-up. We'll take a 4th quarter break and then have a quick wrap-up in the Pioneer Community Bank postgame show. And Independence can just take a knee, and they will salt this one away, and they'll beat Bluefield 31-10. And there's the snap, there's the knee, and that's it. Final score, Independence wins it. They'll go to 5-0. It's Independence 31, Bluefield 10. Bluefield will fall to 3-2. We'll take a break, come back, and we will wrap this up and put a bow on it. Coming up next here on Video Productions.
Ready to turn your passion into a career? At New River Community and Technical College, we've got the programs to get you there. Dive into our food service and event management program. Learn skills from kitchen basics to business budgeting and become seasoned for success. Or if the great outdoors is calling, answer it with our outdoor recreation program. Receive hands-on training that readies you to lead, inspire, and explore. Whatever you're passionate about, we have a path for you. Visit newriver.edu today. Start here. Go anywhere.
For 50 years, Little General Stores has proudly served West Virginia, fueling families, friends, and communities across the Mountain State. To celebrate our golden anniversary, we're giving away $50,000 to thank you, our loyal customers. Little General Stores, 50 years strong and just getting started.
Hey, grab me one too.
He's a Greenbrier buyer. She's a Greenbrier buyer. They're Greenbrier buyers. And we want to make you a Greenbrier buyer too. At Greenbrier Automotive, we'll do whatever we can to make your car buying experience the best it can be. From providing outstanding service to offering a huge selection to choose from, all with the best deals possible. Visit one of our 7 area dealerships soon or shop over 800 vehicles on greenbrierautomotive.com.
I never thought this would happen.
When disaster takes control of your life, we got you. Get it back with a single call to the team that shows up fast to make things right. Serve Pro, like it never even happened.
Colder days are coming. Replace those old drafty windows and doors now. Call Window World of Beckley today. 1-800-WINDOW-WORLD.
Hey, my name's Paige, and what makes the Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich original to me is the crispiness of the breading and the tenderness of the filet. It's tasty, it's warm, it's total satisfaction.
Hi, this is Tanya, and what makes the Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich original to me is that warm bun, the perfectly seasoned chicken, and that pickle. Woo! I love it. There's a taste of my childhood in every bite.
And we welcome you back to Independence High School. Final score, the Patriots of Independence beat Bluefield 31-10. Independence is now 5-0. Bluefield is 3-2. Tonight's game was brought to you in part by Pasquale's Italian Restaurant. Your favorite Italian dishes plus sandwiches, salads, and seafood. Catering and private parties are also available at Pasquale's. And you can dial Pasquale's up at 304-255-5253. Also, the game tonight brought to you by Allstate Insurance. You're in good hands with Allstate, and you're in good hands with Lori Richmond as your agent. She's my agent, takes care of me. She'll take care of you as well, and you can dial her up at 304-252-8646. We're waiting on stat man, Mr. Chris Farish, to deliver the stats to Eric. So, Eric, while we're waiting on the stat man, your take of this Independence victory 31-10.
Yeah, Independence, like you said, just solidified themselves as, I think, in the driver's seat to be the favorite to win the AA state championship. I mean, they have it all going for them. They have a running game. They can pass, when they need to, good quarterback. But the defense, pitching basically in the red zone shutout. They gave up one long pass and a field goal after a turnover. But other than that, they played really well once Bluefield got into the scoring zone. But the one thing I can say, Bluefield can clean some stuff up. I think they left a lot of points out there. They did have 10 points, but they had a few chances to put at least 20 more points on the board.
They got inside the 10-yard line three times and didn't score.
I mean, and that's one of those things, and you have to, when you have scoring opportunities against, especially the number one team at their place, you have to put it in the end zone.
Here's another thing while we're waiting on Chris Ferris to give you the stats is I agree with you that Independence would be the favorite in AA, but there are other teams. I think Bluefield will continue to be in the mix. Frankfort, who was number 2, is still in the mix. I don't have the teams in front of me. There's probably a total of maybe two other teams that are still in the mix.
There are plenty of people, but I still think this Independence team, based on their schedule, in the way the strength of schedule, I think they'll, if they, especially, how hard it is to win here. They've only lost one game, and that's to a team that went on to play in the state championship.
Princeton is the only team that has beaten Independence here in now going on 4.5 years.
Yeah, and I got the stats
for my stat man.
Independence finished with 324 total yards to 279. But if you can remember, Simpson was pretty much on fire, in the first half. Second half, he finishes 14 of 32. And a lot of those passes he would like to have back. 14 of 32 for 217 yards.
And, Eric, he came in at 65% completion rate. And, of course, obviously that's below 50%.
Yeah, and then Brock Green, on the other hand, he wasn't much better, 7 of 15 for 102. But if we had to give out, player of the game, which we don't, it's going definitely to Silas Nelson. And I said he would have around 220.
What did he finish with?
He finished with 218 yards, and he came out, and I said at halftime that I looked for him to be up around that mark for them to salt the game away.
And he had 3 touchdowns, and he could have had a 4th touchdown.
Yes, and he was the guy that, and I think moving forward, if you're going to scout this Independence team, I'm trying to take him away. And then and that's not no slight to their wideouts. They're good. They're explosive. But he makes the offense go.
When you play Independence, you got to pick your poison. You got to try to take something away.
Well, that's the poison I'm cutting the head off. If it's a snake, I'm trying to cut that off.
Right. But anyway, what else you got?
In the receiving Viers, I think moving forward, KJ Viers needs to be more prominent, prominently put into this offense. He had 2 receptions for 50 yards, and I said every time he touches the ball, it's either a touchdown or a first down.
He caught a big pass.
That's right.
Yeah.
And he caught that big pass, and that's when it was around where Bluefield was still hanging around.
Well, the game was still in. It was a toss-up at that time.
Yeah, but the Bluefield team, what a great win by Independence. But Bluefield, like you said, down the road they'll be back, and this could be a playoff matchup. That's all yet to be determined, but you can see these teams battle again.
Well, Independence will have obviously 5 more games left. They're 5-0, but I think they may have put a stranglehold on home field, either the number 1 seed or the 2 seed. And like I said, good teams really find a way to win at home, and that's been the case for Independence over the last 4.5 years.
Yeah, you got to defend the home turf.
All right, that'll wrap things up from here. We appreciate our entire staff as we had Jackie Moon, another excellent job on camera. Chris Farish and Will Farish providing the stats. The heavy hitter, we're glad he's back working with us this week, is Mr. HH, the heavy hitter. Nobody does does it like he does it, and we appreciate Mr. Nick Eskin's work. Also from my partner Eric Thomas, I'm Maris Lowry, repeating the final score. It's Independence. They defeat Bluefield 31-10. Good night, everybody.